Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to CBC football on a Friday night here on the Cadet Network and on Matrix Midwest. It's a battle of two undefeated teams. The winner will take the MCC. What a huge matchup here tonight for both. It's a sold-out crowd in the city of St. Louis down here on Oakland Avenue. Beautiful setting, two great teams. Coach Chris Maris is alongside. My name's Randy Molman. Coach, you can't ask for anything more than this in terms of high school football. One of the best atmospheres you'll find for two great teams.
No, this is a great night. It's a great night. As soon as that sun drops down out of the clouds, it'll be a little bit of an issue for our camera early on. Drops down, you'll have a much better vantage point. In the heart of St. Louis here, right next to Forest Park. I mean, it's a great place to play a football game. Many years ago, they were right down Oakland Avenue from each other. Not anymore, just a trip down Highway 40 or Interstate 64. And probably the most meaningful game these two teams have played since 2011 when CBC beat SLUH in the state semifinals to advance to the state championship game in 2011.
We are in the Tim Kylo broadcast booth here at St. Louis University High. Don't forget to call CBC alum Tim Kylo for all of your insurance needs. He's not just the best insurance guy in town, he's also the presenting sponsor of us here at CSN. We're incredibly grateful for his support. Give him a call, 314-842-4442. Looks like CBC will be on offense to start this game. They are going back to return the opening kickoff. St. Louis U High getting ready to kick. They're going left to right. They're in their all blues with the white helmets, and the cadets in their all whites. And you know how I feel about the all whites, Coach. I love the all whites.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen the white helmets for this one, but keeping that one, they haven't worn that yet this year, so they went with the gold helmets, the traditional helmet, as opposed to the all whites. And we'll see whether they break that all white, 100% white out somewhere along the line this season, but not tonight.
Darian Jones and Vincent Sargent are deep for CBC. And the place kicker, Patrick Mortland, will get ready to kick it off. This is the biggest matchup in the St. Louis area here tonight. Two undefeated teams. CBC ranked number 1 in the metro area. St. Louis U High number 3. And in the state of Missouri Class 6 rankings, the Cadets are number 1 and St. Louis U High number 5. So two top 5 teams here in the state of Missouri going at it tonight, looking to extend their undefeated season. The Cadets will be on offense first. Mortland set to kick. We are underway here at St. Louis University High. Line drive kick goes far pylon through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Cadets will start 1st and 10. And Coach, CBC on offense this year has been a juggernaut, averaging 57 points a game on offense.
Yeah, and one of our good friends is going to be watching this from the hospital, Jim Cantwell, a great supporter of CBC and CBC football and the CBC community. We're praying for you during your recovery going forward. Had some surgery this past week. Him and his whole family have been great supporters of CBC for a long time.
Nick McClellan leads the Cadets out to the line of scrimmage. He has thrown 3 touchdown passes in 5 games this year. Handoff up the middle, stuffed early by the Junior Bills. In on the stop there, number 27, that's Junior Busby, the sophomore linebacker.
SLUH's going to rely on this defense. Has been very, very good for them all year. They've got a potent offense to go along with it. A lot of what they're going to want to do is going to run through number 8, Keenan Harris, the Mizzou commit.
Shotgun snap. McClellan keeps it himself. Design keeper right side, cuts it around the edge. First down and more. Close to the 40-yard line. Finally run out of bounds by Kendall McNutt. Design run for Nick McClellan. He's got over 600 yards this year, close to 700 on the ground.
Himself. Design keeper right side, cuts it around the edge. First down and more. Close to the 40-yard line. Finally run out of bounds by Kendall McNutt. Design run for Nick McClellan. He's got over.
Here for the Cadets, 2 wide receivers split wide side. McClellan, shotgun snap, 1-step drop. Now drops another, looking, good coverage, fires, caught, Corday Gage. He'll have another first down into St. Louis U High territory. Tackle by number 10, Quinn Guthrie.
And Nick McClellan had forever and a day there back to throw it. Just a three-man rush by SLUH. Tried to drop into coverage. Corday curled up and found a soft spot in that zone.
McClellan this year has thrown for 1,560 yards, 18 touchdowns, just one interception. Quick pass to Gage. He spins, breaks a tackle, and lands out of bounds right in front of us, close to the 40-yard line. Quincy Jones with the tackle for the Junior Bills.
Little play action pass right there, and found Gage on the hitch route over on the near side here and got 8 yards out of it.
2nd down and 2. Shotgun snap, handoff. This is Vic Williams. Left side, 1st down. He tripped.
They're going to call a hold. I don't agree with it on Gavin Dobby. He pancaked that guy right on his back, but I think they're going to get him on the hold. That flag came out really, really, really late.
Dobby was working on number 77. That's Sebastian Tate. And a hold called on the Cadets. Tate at 6'3", 263. He's a load on the right side of that defensive line.
Gavin Dobby's no slouch on his own.
Yeah. That's going to be
the Navy commit, and
that's going to be a good matchup.
It's going to be an interesting battle. SLUH's very big up on their defensive line.
So after the penalties, 2nd and 12, back at midfield, and the Junior Bills jump.
I'm wondering, Gavin flinched a little.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Tate was pointing the other way, so a false start on the Cadets.
They got, and the CBC fans are going nuts, and Gavin flinched. Now, had he not flinched, it would have been on SLUH. They were going. They had 3 guys cross the line, but
2nd down and 17 now, back at their own 45. The line to gain is the St. Louis U High 38. McClellan shotgun snap. Here comes the blitz. He avoids it. Now angles left side, looking downfield, and another flag's going to come in.
This is some soft holding calls right here. There's really soft holding calls.
So the blitz was coming. Number 2, Ben Youst off the edge, forced McClellan up into the pocket. He had to scramble to the near side.
And when you're an offensive lineman and you're back there pass protecting, you can't see what's going on behind you, so you don't know where he's going to end up. So you're just trying to lock on there. But we'll see how this these holding calls go, because you could call a hold on every play. It's going to be a long game for both teams if we're going to throw it every time somebody gets a little tangled up.
So 3rd down and 15 now as the Cadets trips to the right. McClellan looks to the sideline. Gage, the lone receiver on the short side of the field. Bottom of your screen. Williams in the backfield. And a penalty flag. I think that's going to be a delay of game. So CBC, a couple of holds, a false start, and now a delay of game penalty.
So after a couple of good plays, CBC's had a little bit of uneven play here with couple of penalties and the delay of game penalty.
3rd and 20. McClellan keeps it himself, picks up the middle. He breaks a tackle. He'll get more than 10. He got about 15. It'll be 4th and 5, and that's an area the Cadets will go for it, especially in the field, down and distance.
They're bringing the punt team out.
Oh, okay.
But here's the thing you got to be careful of. Corday Gage is your punter. So depending on how they play this, Corday maybe have the green light to run. I mean, we saw him do it a couple of weeks ago, I think against Rabun Gap, and he had like 20 yards to go, and he only missed it by a yard.
Low snap. He scoops it off the turf, angles right, rugby-style kick. He punts it far side, and that'll bounce at the 20, take a CBC roll to about the 18, and that's where St. Louis U High will take over 1st and 10. We're here in the first quarter. CBC just punted. St. Louis U High gets the ball. No score. Coach Chris Maris alongside. My name's Randy Molman. We welcome you to the Tim Kylo broadcast booth here at St. Louis University High on the Cadet Student Network and Matrix Midwest here tonight. Both student sections have jammed their areas. It's a sellout crowd, standing room only, people lined up along the sides. You'd be hard-pressed to have a better environment than you do right here. Kyron Ellaby, the quarterback for St. Louis U High. And a penalty. Looks like we're going to get a false start. That's already 5 flags, and we're 5 minutes into this game. Not even.
Oof.
We're 2 minutes into this
We're not
game.
even 2 minutes into the game. It's a 12-minute quarter. We're at 10:04 right now.
1st and 15 now for St. Louis U High, back at the 13-yard line.
I hate when I feel compelled to talk about officiating.
Yeah, right. Ellaby, 6'2", 270. Receiver comes in motion, stops, stack right side, handoff. Nope, fakes it, throws. It's caught underneath. No, it's dropped. Number 8, Tyler Kosminski, the sophomore tight end, had it around his knees. That's a catchable ball. And he dropped it. It'll be 2nd and 15.
It is a catchable ball, but you'd like to see that a little bit more in the breadbasket right there.
For St. Louis U High, Ellaby had his best passing game of the year last week versus Chaminade. 15 of 21, 269 yards and a touchdown, 71% completion percentage. And we get another whistle and another flag.
Boy, I don't know exactly what the officials are. I mean, and maybe these are all pretty legit. I don't know about the holding ones, but these procedure penalties, it's going to be a long night here on Oakland Avenue.
2nd and 20. Now back at the 8. In the backfield with Ellaby is number 9, Jordan Taylor. They're the Billikens' leading rusher, 836 yards this year, 2 touchdowns, averaging over 7 yards a carry. Ellaby fires far side, caught over there, hit immediately, not much. Good catch by Zach Allen.
That was another one that was kind of low, forced to go down and get it. Wasn't able to get anything going. And Roman Jackson back in action this week. Did a nice job coming down on that, making sure there wasn't anything after the catch.
Gain of 4 there, 3rd down and 16, ball on the 12. 2 wide receivers to the wide side of the field. Nobody on the short side, tight end tight right side. In the backfield is Taylor with Ellaby. Pistol formation. Ellaby claps for it, now looks to the sideline. 3rd and 16, first quarter action, first possession for the Junior Bills. Play clock down to 5. Ellaby gets the snap, fakes to Taylor, now looks, angles right side, the Cadets sack him! Making the hit, Cortland Collins, number 48, finished him off.
Cortland needs to be careful right there. I know they're excited about that. Gabe Wilson went up high. Ellaby ducked it, and Cortland came off the edge, but we want to make sure we keep our emotions in check. Don't need to give him a freebie on this.
4th sack of the year by Cortland Collins. Here's Will Orlando to do the punting. Back deep, Jaden Reed. He stands inside Junior Bill territory at their 47. Standing in his own end zone, it's Orlando on 4th and 21. Good snap. Orlando leads into it. It was almost blocked by Sims. Reed catches it, fumbles it, and he'll be tackled around midfield.
And we got a flag. We're gonna get and I don't know what we got here. There's one on the line of scrimmage, but they're going to get a roughing the punter.
Sims came flying in, going for the block, and knocked into the punter, Orlando. But what's the other flag for? That's the question.
Wonder if you'll have offsetting.
Not that we're counting, but that's either flag number 8 or 9 in this first quarter.
Well, and Coach Pingle's down here signaling that he feels like he went off his fingertips. Illegal procedure on SLUH.
So they're
going to repunt. They're going to repunt.
So the penalty's offset.
I think Coach Pingle just gave Jameer Sims a word of encouragement right there.
Jaden Reed will go back deep again. Will Orlando will line up in punt formation once again. It'll be 4th and 20.
Looks like they just called running into the kicker, not roughing, which would have only been 5 yards. They would have had to repunt.
Orlando stands on the R in the Junior Bills end zone as he gets ready to do the punting. Reed stands at the 45-yard line. Good snap. Orlando gets it off. It's a high end over end kick that will go out of bounds close to the 45. Let's see where they spot it. They're going to spot it at the 41. Great field position here for CBC. for their second offensive possession. Actually, they're going to mark it just inside the 40.
Yeah, the way that angled out. We got another shout out here. Brady Moore, one of our trainers, he may have been back at the game last week, but he had been out. They just had their first child, and excited for him and his wife. Welcome a new one into the world here for the CBC faithful.
Future cadet.
Yeah, we'll see.
First and 10 Cadets at the Junior Bills 40-yard line. Pistol formation, McClellan into the game. 2 wide receivers to the left. Handoff to Courtney Rivers. Rivers is hit in the backfield immediately. Tim Kelly, the defensive lineman, slid through, wrapped up Rivers, loss of 1.
See Nick looking right back on the sideline, pointing upfield. I think he thinks he should have pulled that and ran with it. They did not respect him on that at all. Went straight down for Courtney.
So it'll be 2nd and 11.
So offensive football at a not happening great right now.
McClellan fires over the middle, dropped by Darian Jones. That was a low throw, but Jones went down to get it and it just deflected off of his forearm. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 11.
This is the slowest start we've seen CBC had in quite a while.
The Junior Bills are allowing just 9 points per game on defense this year.
And no disrespect to their defense, I just feel like CBC's had a lot of self-inflicted wounds early in this game.
A lot of penalties on that first drive.
Well, and even that's a drop. It's a little bit low, but it's still a drop.
3rd and 11 at the 41. McClellan shotgun snap, deep drop, sets up. Now avoids the pressure, rolls right. He's got some room. He's going to run another flag. That ball is incomplete, but another flag in the backfield, and it looks like we're going to get another hold on CBC.
This referee is just, I mean, you can't do anything. Sorry, folks. This is going to be a rough one to watch, I think, in terms of the way they're calling holding.
Carter Woodard called for the hold. That's the 3rd hold called on CBC. 4th down and 11 as St. Louis U High and head coach Adam Cruz declines the penalty. So punt formation for the Cadets. Corday Gage should be doing the punting. There he is. He's lined up just beyond or towards the 45-yard line. 7:13 to go, first quarter. And again, the second punt in this game, or at least punt formation, in SLUH High territory. Gage angles towards the right sideline, looking to pin him deep, and he will. That's all the way down to the 2-yard line. That is well executed. Isaiah Thomas down there.
Nice job getting down on the coverage and just being able to turn around and catch that ball right at the 2-yard line. Pin SLUH deep.
I was watching Thomas as he was running as the gunner down on that right side. He was looking over his shoulder at that punt the entire way. He was watching it. Got himself in perfect position to down it. They'll spot it at the 3. 1st and 10 Junior Bills at the 3. No score, 7:05 to go first quarter. Both teams undefeated. The winner of this game will win the MCC this year.
And they will be in the driver's seat. Well, the district is complicated because right now you've got 3 undefeated teams.
Who's the 3rd?
Lafayette.
Direct snap, run up the middle, trying to give themselves a little bit of room. Number 8, that's Keenan Harris.
And that was a little wildcat look right there. Snap straight to Keenan Harris. This is one of the things they like to go to when they really want to run the ball. Dorian Magruder's helmet came off, so he's got to come out and sit a play.
Harris this year averaging 6 yards a carry on 45 carries. He scored 9 touchdowns. And once again, up to about the 10-yard line, so it'll be 3rd and about 4, maybe a long 3.
And they run a little jump pass out of this also, so you can't just get so sold out on the run.
Tight on the line of scrimmage, trying to draw CBC off. Harris gets the shotgun snap, looks over the right side. He'll run into a linebacker, but he'll get a 1st down. 3 straight runs, making the tackle number 63, Rayshawn Smith. Not before Harris gets the 1st down.
And the regular offense will come back on. If I'm SLUH, I might stick with that a little longer. I mean, you're getting 4 yards at a time. You can eat up a lot of clock, keep the ball out of CBC's hands, maybe flip your field position a little bit. But they went back to Ellaby at this point in the regular offense.
And when they have Harris back there in that Wildcat at 6'2", about 210, that's a dangerous weapon.
He is their best player.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
Shotgun snap now for Ellaby. To his right, it is the tailback, number 9. That's Jordan Taylor. 2 wide receivers split far side. Taylor gets it, pokes over the left, now curls it upfield, across the 20, 25, 30, 35, close to the 40, finally pushed out of bounds over on the far side by Corday Gage.
Good off-tackle run right there by SLUH and Jordan Taylor as they've gotten out to midfield.
Ball spotted at the 37, first down and 10. They're going to
sideline warning against CBC.
Warning. 5:22 to go in the first. No score. Marquee matchup here on Oakland Avenue here tonight. The Junior Bills at 7-0. The CBC Cadets at 7-0. Another whistle and another flag.
They're going to get a legal procedure. The center is like just continuing to adjust the ball. He's allowed to spin it and adjust it a little bit, but then he's got to get it set.
Ball is pushed back to the 32, 1st and 15. Both teams have been flagged a number of times already. We haven't even played 7 minutes of this first quarter. Ellaby takes the snap, hands it to Taylor. He's hit immediately. Not much there. The Cadets are all over it. It'll be 2nd and long.
Taylor's a good back. They're going to have to keep swarming to him because as they got there and got first contact, he kept moving, kept moving, kept moving.
So as we approach 5 minutes to go in this first quarter, Taylor in the backfield, trips to the right. Ellaby looking over to the sideline for the play. This year offensively, St. Louis U High averaging 32 points per game. Their defense has been fantastic, just under 10 points a game. Ellaby, 3-step drop, sets up in the pocket. He's going deep. He's hit as he throws. He's got a man. It's tipped away at the last minute. Jaden Reed with an athletic play to bat that ball away.
Well, a great play by Jaden Reed, and they hit Kalen Ellaby right as he threw the ball, and he didn't get to follow through. Receiver did have a step on Reed, and maybe if he doesn't do that, maybe there's trouble there. I think Nick would have gotten over the top and made the tackle, but it would have been a big play for SLUH, and as it is, 3rd and almost 20.
Got to give Kyron Ellaby credit for getting that ball off in the face of pressure. Back at the 30-yard line. They have to get to the 47, 3rd and 17. Trip stacked right side. Ellaby throws, it's batted down. Number 8 is there. Gabe Wilson got the left hand up to knock that to the turf. It'll be 4th and 17 at the 30, and Orlando back onto the field, lining up in punt formation. Coach, so far, both these defenses have shown up here early. Now, some of it's self-inflicted on offense on both sides, but the defenses have held so far.
A lot of it is. Yeah. Corday Gage deep on this one. Jay Reed out there a lot for that last defensive sequence, so Corday was not.
Orlando over end-over-end punt, caught at the 34 by Gage. He's got room, and we're going to get a flag. All the way up to the 40-yard line, and that's going to be an illegal block by number 16 for CBC, Carson Kaburik. And he threw up his hands right as he hit him. I think he kind of knew.
Well, I think he thought he had an opportunity. When they first made contact, he had good leverage. Not good leverage, but he was on the side of him. And then he went in for the second shot, and he had gotten by him. That's a killer because you got a decent return out of that. You had good field position. The SLUH's been able to flip the field a little bit, both with their offense and here on the penalty.
So that'll get marked back to the 30-yard line. Left hash is where they spot it. CBC will go to work on offense.
And that's pretty legit penalty right there.
4:10 to go first quarter. No score. The Cadets have gotten into St. Louis U High territory twice and had to punt both times. Vic Williams back into the game. Pistol formation. Trips to the right for the Cadets. This will be Williams. Cuts it up the field. He's hit. Number 11 puts a body on him. Kendall McNutt, the senior linebacker.
We had somebody on McNutt, but came off his block and did a nice job meeting him in the hole for only a 2-yard gain.
One of SLUH's leading tacklers, Kendall McNutt. Pickup of 2, 2nd and 8. McClellan fakes, now fires. He's going deep looking for Reed. He overshot him. In coverage back there,
other side was wide open. I can't see the number on that. That was Isaiah Thomas was wide open on the other side of the field. They collapsed hard on Jaden Reed on that post.
So it'll be 3rd and 8 at the 32. Courtney Rivers checks back into the game. He'll line up as a tight end on the left side of the formation, offset behind the left tackle. He goes out to block. Gage with a catch. Weaves his way across the 40. He'll have a first down. Pickup of 9. Good, nice play design with Courtney Rivers coming off that kind of offset tight end position to throw a block on the defensive back.
Well, he's out in the pattern, but he looks like he's going out, so you got to worry about covering him, and it helped freed up Corday to be able to get that quick pop and go.
First down and 10 Cadets at the 42. McClellan fakes. Now he's going to keep it himself. He's got a hole up the middle, trips through, spins. He's trying to push a tackler. He's finally wrapped up by number 2, Ben Youst. Not before. He picks up 11. That'll be a first down for the Cadets. So a pair of 11-yard plays gives the Cadets a couple of first downs at the 47-yard line.
CBC with a little tempo right here.
Williams, the ball carrier, up the middle. He's tackled from behind.
Just can't find that seam.
Number 77 had him around the ankles. Sebastian Tate, number 62, Alex Ray was in there as well. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Under 3 to go, first quarter. McClellan fires near side. Caught. Ooh, Gage tried to run with it before he caught it. You could see him looking over his shoulder at to where that defensive back was. Right,
he didn't want to get popped too hard, and he didn't bring it in first. I think he, as you say, you hear a little footsteps. That would have been a big play for CBC right now, just to make the catch, even if he gets tackled right on the spot.
3rd and 7, 2:52 to go, first quarter. No score. McClellan looks. Now he's going to tuck and run. Avoids the first tackler, and then he's hit off the block. That, again, is Sebastian Tate. We've called his name a number of times in this first quarter, and he made a tackle while a blocker was still on him.
Yeah, he did. Nice job there. It's 4th down. CBC looking to go for it right here.
It's about the place on the field they punted the last time. At the 42, 4th and 5, 2:25 to go. First quarter action, pistol formation, 2-2 formation for the Cadets. McClellan sets up, looks right. Now he's going to roll that way. And here comes a flag. We're going to get another hold on the Cadets. He's tackled short of the first down. They're going to decline this penalty anyway. It's a face mask on St. Louis U High.
When he threw that, I'm like, what are we doing?
That time, a defensive penalty called in the backfield. A face mask called on the Junior Bills. My goodness.
Let's see what we...
He's pointing over at the other official. They're kind of talking it over from afar.
It should be...
I think it's an automatic first down.
Well, but I also think it's from the end of the run. Maybe well, at least from the original line of scrimmage.
Yes, they're marking it off from the line of scrimmage.
So he's calling a 5-yard face mask.
But that should give him the first.
I didn't see it. I don't know whether it happened. All I know is the white hat just really likes his flag.
So after the face mask penalty, that they mark it off, and it's an automatic first down.
They did walk it off.
Not automatic. They did walk it off and give the Cadets a first down because it did exceed past the yard to
But
gain.
it's supposed to be it should be 5 or 15 from the end of the run on a face mask like that. And so they had to go find the ball first and then mark it off.
So now the chain gang over there has got to get set. Now they put that first down marker down. I think they did mark it off 5 yards after the end of the run because he got close to that, right there at that 40-yard line, 39. So they marked it off that 5 yards. Trips to the right. McClellan hands it off. This is Vic Williams. He cuts it upfield, avoids the tackle. Now back to the middle of the field. He may go inside the 5. Tackled at the 1.
Hey, lots of credit there to SLUH's number 23,
John Ramella.
Because it looked like Vic was in the end zone and he came off of that, and you never know right down here. You get a penalty, a bad snap, something like that. As far as SLUH's concerned. Obviously, I'm rooting for CBC. Hopefully, we punch it in right here.
Pistol formation. McClellan's got Williams in the backfield. Shotgun snap. Hand to Williams. He's hit. Dives forward. Not much there. The Junior Bills, great defensively, were in the backfield. Number 3 from the left side of their defensive formation, Ty Lige, and number 8, Keenan Harris on the near side. So we've got a injury timeout. Lige is down on the field.
I don't know if that's Lige or Leger.
Well, I walked over to the SLUH student broadcast team to get and they said they call him Lige.
Okay.
So if anyone wants to give us trouble on Matrix Midwest, I'm going to blame the high school kids at SLUH.
There you go. Well, so one of the things I've seen here is SLUH's outside defenders, their perimeter defenders, are coming really, really, really hard on the blitz in a lot of situations. At some point in time, you're going to see CBC is going to bootleg out, roll Nick out of the pocket where it looks like it's a run and boot him out there or whatnot, try to get him out on the edge, either to throw it or to run it. I didn't see whether or not their defensive linemen are working to play that contain, but they are sending a lot of pressure from the edge.
2nd and goal at the 2. Williams lost a yard on that last run. McClellan, low snap, keeps it himself, dives ahead. He's not there.
He had all kinds of room off to his left, and SLUH made a pile right at the point of attack. And I think if he decides to cut out wide to the corner, he gets in the end zone.
Guess who made the stop? 77, Sebastian Tate. 3rd and goal at the 2. Junior Bills, stout defensively. 1:07 to go. McClellan fakes, rolls right. Here comes pressure. He outruns the pressure, fires back in the corner. End zone, no. Incomplete over the head of Reed. It'll be 4th and goal. Number 63, Luke Reichers on the chase. And it'll be 4th and goal, and the Cadets look like they're going to bring out the field goal unit.
It's been tough mudding. It's been tough mudding here for the offense. And the front 7 for SLUH is getting the job done.
Absolutely.
As good as anyone we've seen against CBC this year, to be quite honest.
And with McClellan rolling out of the pocket, you rarely see receivers especially covered down the field for that long. You've got the Junior Bills doing a great job in coverage, not only putting pressure on Nick McClellan. Here's Gage for the field goal attempt. Snap back, ball down. Kick is up, and it is good. So CBC on the board first with a chip shot field goal, about 22 yards for Corday Gage, and the Cadets lead 3-0. If you're the Junior Bills, you've got to feel really good about that stop right there.
Absolutely. And it goes back to that tackle by Ramella on the goal line.
On the goal line, yeah.
If he just gives up, that's 6 and, more than likely 7 way things have gone, and now you held him to 3. You got to like the fact that you were able to minimize the damage.
Folks, if you're a fan of CSN, you've definitely heard us mention our friend, State Farm agent Tim Kylo. It's time to give Tim a call. Let him help save you money on your insurance. We're talking home, life, boat, anything. If it can be insured, Tim is your guy. Give him a call, 314-442, or correction, 842. That's 314-842-4442. Or shoot him an email, tim@timkylo, KILO.com. Under a minute to go, first quarter, 3-0 Cadets. Now, Coach, the positive, if you're CBC, is you have gotten into the Junior Bills territory on every drive thus far. You've stalled out twice. Then you get down to the 1-yard line, you stall out, you get a field goal out of it. But the Cadets have moved the ball. Some self-inflicted wounds and some Junior Bills really good defense.
Yeah, and you're talking about 77 for SLUH Tate. But here's the deal. Nice player, but we handled Titan Davis from DeSmet without too much trouble. He's not Titan Davis, so.
Fair catch at the 30. Smart play by number 22 for the Junior Bills. Micah Shaw, the junior tailback and defensive back.
So the defense will come back on the field, and they've been able to weather what SLUH's been able to throw at them, but SLUH's got to feel really good about where they're at in this game, coaching staff-wise and whatnot, being able to hold down the CBC offense, which has been so potent all year against every opponent they've played.
First down and 10, 54.9 to go first quarter. Junior Bills going left to right. Ball spotted at the 30-yard line. Kyron Ellaby into the game at quarterback. Pistol formation, offset. Looks like number 9, Jordan Taylor. And it is. Taylor bounces it outside, trying to cut it upfield. Across the 20, across the 25. Or 35, I should say.
He was hemmed in initially, and then he bounced it to the outside, managed to get to the perimeter, and he got 6 on that almost.
Yeah, McClellan made the stop. Taylor this year has rushed for 150 yards or more 4 times. 836 yards on the season, 7.5 yards per carry. He's been an impressive runner for the Junior Bills this year, 5'9", 185. 15 seconds to go. They don't have to run another play, but they're going to. Here's Taylor. Up the middle, he's hit. Not much there. Cadets, a wall of white jerseys, and that'll end the first quarter. The CBC Cadets leading 3-0 over St. Louis U High here on Oakland Avenue. Athletic Republic specializes in sports performance training, offering science-based programs to improve speed, agility, power, strength, flexibility, and conditioning for athletes of all skill levels. Injury prevention is also a key aspect of their training program. Athletic Republic has proudly been training student athletes for the last 20-plus years in St. Louis. Call or email CBC alum Charlie McDaniel at 314-432-6103. With any questions, you can also email him at charliem@athleticrepublicstl.com if you want to find out more information. We're now joined here in the Tim Kylo press box by CBC President Phil Riley.
Hey, it is great to be here. What an amazing night. This game, I was just with a group of guys from 63.
Okay.
I mean, playing at Public School Stadium, Busch Stadium, and now we're here tonight with these two great teams. This is fantastic.
I mean, this rivalry brewed back then, right? When they were both on Oakland Avenue within walking distance of each other. I mean,
I wouldn't want to say it was a hated rivalry, but it was definitely a heated rivalry.
For sure.
So two great teams and two undefeated teams tonight. What a great night.
CBC President Phil Riley here with me now between quarters. What's going on at CBC these days?
Well, I'll tell you what, we got things rocking and rolling. Just finished the artificial turf project out at Cadet Park, so that's down. We're finishing that. Guys in the classroom doing amazing things. Our aviation program, guys, we got a guy just soloed, going to be a private pilot. We got what's coming up this weekend. We got a big open house coming up on Sunday from 10 to 2. Welcome guys from all over the city. Come check out what it's going to be like to experience life as a cadet. And here we got
Keenan Harris up the middle. He is hit. It'll be 4th and short, I believe. I don't think he got there. That was Harris out of the Wildcat. We just had homecoming at CBC a few weeks ago. We had some Hall of Fame inductions recently. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, we welcome back, this year, every year we induct a new class. So we brought in 5 guys into the Hall of Fame and 2 honorary alums. Had a bunch of classes back, especially Class 75. You guys saw them.
Yep.
And they had a great time. And I think we...
Yeah, Keenan Harris does not get the first down on 4th and 2.
Outstanding.
Cortland Collins with the big hit, and the Cadets turn the Junior Bills over on downs and will take over on offense.
I kind of hate interrupting this
this
good stuff, but no, we had a great homecoming, and things just rolling along. We got all districts, we got our fall sports playoffs coming up, so we're just excited to get all this going, enjoying what the young men are doing, and everything's just going great. I'll tell you, it's just a great time to be at CBC.
It is crazy that winter sports are going to be starting here soon. Basketball has started, and
wrestling, they're getting going, hockey, and swimming. So the guys are swimming already, and so it's just nonstop activity there.
Cadets have the ball after turning the Junior Bills over on downs. First down and 10. McClellan to Rivers. No, fakes it, fires far side. Caught by Reed. Avoids the first man, cuts it to the sideline. He'll have a first down, and a late flag comes in. And we'll see what that's all about.
There's been a couple of those tonight, haven't there?
We've had over 10 flags.
I was in traffic coming down here, and I saw the first 11. So, yeah.
CBC President Phil Riley here joining us here on the broadcast as they sort this out. Anything else you want to share with our listening public here tonight?
We're just so proud of our young men. They're working hard. We got a lot of guys. I was at an open house the other night. We got guys that are walking out of here with 50, 60, 70 hours of college credit. So our academic programs are great. Obviously, our athletic programs are great. We got a lot of things going on. Theater. We got our esports program. So CBC is just a never-ending hive of activity and so much good going on. We got so many good people. It's just, I love being there. I know you guys do, and we're just thankful. And, on the broadcasting side, I was just talking to Randy. We got a guy down at Mizzou who, because of his experience here, he's working with the SEC and ESPN this year.
He is.
Doing that. So the work you guys are doing here for these ball games is just amazing, and I love listening to you when I'm away. And our guys do such great work here.
Yeah, they get such great experience on these broadcasts. And talking to that young man, because I'm the public address announcer down at Mizzou football, so I get to chat with him. And after the games, he's kind of telling me about his experience. It's very, very cool the experience they get here putting these games on. I've had people tell me these look as good as college games.
I think they do, and I can tell the guys work really hard down there. I'm so proud of them, and I'm so impressed.
Yeah, Randy Gardner doing such a good job teaching these young.
Are we not blessed?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's almost like people named Randy. They know what they're doing. You know what I mean?
You would think most Randys do. I would give you that one, Randy.
Rivers with a quick gain here, and he picked up about 3. It'll be second down. Well, CBC President Phil Riley, thank you for joining me here on the broadcast.
It was an honor to be on.
I love the purple blazer. I wish everyone could see it.
I would like to show it, and I got the old school patch here, too.
It's wonderful.
So, I told my dad I was going to be on there. I said, I'm on the network. He goes, ESPN. I said, no, better, CSN.
Absolutely.
Oh, get out there.
McClellan bounces it outside. He's got room inside the 30, down around the 25.
Randy, thank you, my friend. I appreciate you letting me on. Thanks.
That's CBC President Phil Riley joining us here on the broadcast here tonight. 10:20 to go as Nick McClellan scampers for a first down inside the 30 to the 26. Two tailbacks in with McClellan. Hands it to Williams. Williams looking for room. Picks his way inside the 25. Wrapped up there.
Tip of the cap to SLUH on the defensive game plan in this game.
Yes.
We have not seen anybody. I mean, Vic had the one that he popped out on, but, we haven't seen anybody been able to bottle up Vic Williams the way they have early in this game.
Vic Williams has rushed for almost 1,000 yards, averaging 15.5 yards a carry.
Right.
And St. Louis U High, that defense has done a great job bottling him up. You're exactly right.
Nick did a nice job earlier when he didn't have it and he had a lot of green space to pull it down and get out and get the first down.
Trips to the far or the wide side of the field. That will be your near side on your TV
screen. You got the
officials
officials coming all the way across to talk to Coach Pingle about something. He was talking to the SLUH coach on the other side. Now he's talking to.
Well, that was a quick conversation.
It was.
9:58 to go, first half. And I know St. Louis U High's defense has been great all year, and I know the Cadets' defense is very good. I did not anticipate a 3-0 score in the second quarter.
No, I mean, I think CBC, with the way SLUH's taking away the run, CBC needs to get their passing game going a little bit more crisply, and that's not happened so far.
Here comes pressure, and down he goes from the backside. Number 0 on the blitz, Will Schulte.
And right there.
Actually, that was number 6, Quincy Jones.
Blown protection. Corner blitz. And Nick didn't see it.
3rd and 13 for the Cadets. McClellan, shotgun snap. Deep drop, steps up, nobody open. He's going to scramble to his right. Now fires near side, wide open. Corday Gage makes the catch inside the 10, 5, touchdown! 29 yards, McClellan to Gage. No flags.
Nick escaped, and how we've seen him be so great on the run over the course of the year. I think earlier in the game, he would have been looking to just tuck it and go, and I think there managed to keep going and saw Corday just kind of sitting there as everybody started chasing Nick.
Gage has kind of been his safety valve a couple of times here tonight. On the scramble, he kind of sits down and as sort of a last resort. On the extra point, snapback ball down, kick is up, it is good. CBC leads 10-0, 9:19 to go first half. That was big for the Cadets.
Well, it was, and you're allowed to get yourself a little bit of, okay, now maybe you get in a little bit of a rhythm, start finding something to work. You just gave up the sack, but right off the edge of the sack, you come back and you manage to get a touchdown on the next play.
The Cadets gave up 49 points to Rabun Gap a couple of weeks ago. Since then, none. They haven't given up a point in 5.5 quarters. Well, not quite a half, but over 5 quarters, they have not given up a score. The Cadet defense kind of finding themselves here middle to late of the season.
Well, and you look at Vianney. Vianney, not necessarily a great team in terms of their overall success, but they've had a solid offense.
Yeah,
they scored points.
They came in averaging 31 a game on offense.
CBC was able to shut them down. Now we'll see whether the CBC defense can go back out there and answer again.
Kosminski deep and Zach Allen deep. Max Dawes will do the kicking.
I mean, this is distinctly a possible rematch in the district championship game. And what I'm seeing here from SLUH, regardless of how this goes, I think that's a very good possibility that these two teams are going to see each other again.
I mean, this game here could determine home field, right? In district play,
it could have a hand in it,
depending on what Lafayette does.
Right,
I guess.
Lafayette looks like they should win out. They should end up 9-0, but one of these teams is probably in a good place to go 9-0.
So at the wind at his back, Max Dawes boots it through the end zone. That wind is blowing left to right here tonight.
It is now that the sun's down, it is a beautiful,
gorgeous,
beautiful night.
We're right next to the Science Center, right down here on Oakland Avenue. Great setting for high school football, sellout crowd, 2 undefeated teams. Man, you couldn't ask for anything more. Kyron Ellaby leads the Junior Bills offense onto the field. Hands it. That's Taylor. He's wrapped up in there first in the backfield. Looks like his jersey's bunched up. I'm trying to get a look.
Nick.
That's Nick McClellan who tackled him for a loss.
Something got thrown over to the sideline. I don't know what it is, but
somebody's
back plate, I think,
yes.
is what it might have been.
Yeah.
I had to I'm like, what is flat like that? I'm like, it's got to be a back plate.
Second and about 14. For the Junior Bills. Taylor in the pistol formation behind Ellaby. Good snap, handoff, Taylor. He's got room up the middle of the field, across the 30, close to the 35, tackled at the 37. Big gain by Taylor as he busts one up the middle, and McClellan in on the stop again for the Cadets.
Taylor finds a seam right up the middle, and he manages to get a first down. He is a pretty good ball player there for the Junior Bills.
Leading rusher, 7.5 yards a carry coming in. Taylor again, up the middle again. This time he's wrapped up, filling the gap. At the second level was Kaburek.
If your safeties have to get too involved on this run game, the only thing I worry about there is then going play action and going up over the top right after where that guy's vacating.
2-yard pickup, 2nd and 8. And another piece of equipment gets tossed back. The Junior Bills are losing equipment left and right.
Ancillary equipment, not necessary equipment. That looked like a part of a shirt or a sleeve or something.
Next we're going to get a cleat and a sock. Ellaby hands it off up the middle. Taylor driving his legs for extra yardage. Collins in on the stop. 63 in there also for CBC. Rayshawn Smith. Good game after contact by Taylor.
Not getting the play. There must be something wrong with the play clock. It's not running. The fans are going nuts, but I do remember the white hat going back and forth talking to them.
Yeah. That might have been it.
So that must be something going on. They should just turn them off. That's what we do when ours start messing up.
I love how the fans are yelling, "Start the play clock!" As
they're going fast enough that it's not a factor in the game.
As if they're doing it on purpose. There's a start the play clock chant. Penalty flag on the field. That's going to be a false start on the Junior Bills, I believe. So it'll be 3rd and 9. You wonder if maybe if you want to draw attention to it or not. Like if you're the public address announcer here, do you kind of jump on and say, "Jeff, for your information"?
You should. I mean, you really should. Otherwise, you
you
get people all lathered up about nothing.
Right.
You know. That's a huge penalty, though, right there, with the way that
for sure.
SLUH had been running the ball a little bit right there. You were in a situation where you could have ran or passed. Now you pretty much have to throw the ball or go to a screen or something along those lines.
3rd and 9, Ellaby, 2-step drop, steps up in the pocket. Here comes pressure. Down he goes. Their first wrapping him up around the legs was number 54, Dorian Magruder.
Dorian came nice and low off his right tackle spot, got down in behind there, and did what you do against a quarterback that's that big. I mean, Dorian's a big kid, but he's not that big.
Magruder is 5'9", 245. Ellaby is 6'2", 270. Orlando in to do the punting.
Be interesting to see whether the CBC tries to go after another one. They almost got one. Nope.
Good snap. Orlando. Short punt. Right side into the wind. That takes a CBC bounce. And it'll be down close to the 45-yard line. Looks like they'll mark it at the 44. We are in the Tim Kylo broadcast booth on the campus of St. Louis U High for CBC Friday Night Football here on Matrix Midwest and the Cadet Student Network. Coach Chris Maris alongside. My name's Randy Molman. 6:03 to go, first half. CBC leads 10-0. They get the ball. And good field position. Cadets are, other than the one drive, the Cadets have had very good field position in this game.
They have, and I think with the way SLUH has bottled up the run early, I think they made the decision. We want Nick McClellan to beat us throwing the ball. They've bottled him up running, and they've bottled up the run game otherwise.
In motion, Jones. McClellan, deep drop, looking for the screen, but St. Louis U High was there. What a nice design defensively to defend the screen. And then number 46, I think that's number 46 over there, made the tackle.
So he had an option over here to go to Darian Jones, number 2, with the key screen on this side, the bubble screen on this side, on the near side of the field. But I think he committed to that running back screen on the left side. And as soon as you don't have that, you run at it. You just get back what you can get. You know you got a busted play.
2nd and 10. Here's Williams. Cuts it upfield. He's got room. Inside the 45. Inside the 40. Down to the 35. So Vic Williams has been bottled up for a lot of this game, but he now has 2 big runs. He had a 30-yarder earlier. That's a big gainer as well.
Both on the short side, or what we would call the boundary side perimeter runs. So that's something to keep an eye on, whether CBC keeps attacking the boundary.
21-yard pickup there. McClellan keeps it himself, fires near side. Darian Jones open inside the 30, inside the 25, breaks the tackle. Touchdown, Cadets, 35 yards. McClellan to Darian Jones.
That looked like a pretty innocent play. Darian looked like he was going to get about 5 or 6 on that, get tackled. He kept his feet moving, slipped out of that tackle, and got going into the end zone.
25 yards. Jones averages 24 yards a catch. And that puts him over 300 for the season and in terms of yards, and his 4th touchdown catch of the year.
He's had so many big long catches, not lots of them, but but long catches that have resulted in big plays.
Snap back, ball down, kick is up, it is good. The Cadets lead 17-0, 5:06 to go first half. So with the wind at the Cadets back here in the second quarter, they've opened up a 17-0 lead.
Well, and you've got a good team and you got a good defense. You've got your play script on how you think they're going to play you, and you run through your play script. You get to a point through your play script, it's like, okay, once you get off script, now you got to go and figure out, okay, what do we think is going to work? And Coach Pingle is always so good about being able to come off of that script and be able to figure out and get a feel for what's going to work and dial it up. And the kids do a great job of executing by and large over the course of his career here at CBC.
That's 2 touchdown passes for McClellan. He now has 20 for the season, 20 touchdown passes, just 1 interception. And again, on that one, McClellan didn't really get out of the pocket, but he did he got on the move a little bit as he threw it towards the sideline.
Well, they do that where they run him to the perimeter, and I think he's got the option to keep it or throw it.
Dawes will kick. Wind at his back, line drive kick. Oh, it's off the hands. That'll go through the end zone. That was Tyler Kosminski. That is tough with the wind at your back when you're the kicker, and that wind is blowing in your face as the returner. And that ball doesn't come down like it does when there's no wind.
No, it doesn't, and ball seems to be jumping off of Dawes' foot a little bit tonight as he gets more and more comfortable kicking a football. I've talked about it before, and he's got a strong leg. He's just got to learn how to use it with a football as opposed to what he's done most of his life with a soccer ball.
So the Junior Bills need a drive here. 5:06 to go first half. Down 17-0, going right to left. They have the football. And here's Taylor. He's hit. Not much there. Cortland Collins hit him first. Taylor drags him for a couple, but Collins blew that play up right at the line of scrimmage.
SLUH has definitely made a commitment here in the second quarter to really try to get Jordan Taylor going.
He had a big run on the last drive of about 20 yards right up the gut.
Yep, and he's been a very good running back for them over the last few years. I know he's been on the varsity at least since sophomore year. He may have played some as a freshman too, maybe a lot. I didn't double check that.
Ellaby out of the gun, coming in motion, Kosminski. He stops, now 2 wide receivers near side. Ellaby fires towards the sideline. McClellan hit him right as the ball got there. Number 1, Zach Allen, went up for the ball. It kind of hung up a little bit, Coach.
It did, and you know what? I thought McClellan was going to pick that off the way he was coming over on that ball and closing the gap. You're in a what looks like a 2-shell look, and you go to the corner route. You got to get that out either shallower, but even then, CBC was bracketing that corner pretty well.
And I wonder if that came out of Ellaby's hands weird or if the wind kind of held that
Well,
up.
the wind is kind of swirling a little bit. It's in our face a little bit right now. And he's throwing, according to the flag, he'd have been throwing right into it.
Right.
So I wonder if it held it up.
3rd down and 7 at the 23. And a timeout called by head coach Adam Cruz. He wants to talk it over with his offense. Hey,
got to give another shout out here. Got a couple of them coming. So this Sunday is open house at CBC, and lots of people are going to be coming to visit CBC and a lot of other schools. This weekend is the open house weekend for some of these schools has changed. And back at CBC right now, and I know they are listening or watching as they prepare and get the school ready. Jim Brockman, Ryan Batliner, Melissa Ryan, and the rest of the administrative team are back at school getting everything ready for open house to be able to show off all the amazing things that are going on at CBC. Tip of the cap to y'all who are grinding extra hours this weekend in order to help CBC show itself in the best light.
I also understand, I heard before the game, that the St. Louis U High fans have a watch party going on watching this game on Matrix Midwest at the Village Bar. I've had quite a few burgers over the years at the Village Bar. Oh, yeah. So welcome those of you watching at the Village Bar here tonight. One of my favorite places in St. Louis. Ellaby, two-step drop. Here comes pressure. He fires near side, and it's broken up again. Looking for Kosminski. That time Jaden Reed bats it away.
And they were looking to get a similar look. They like what they see there. Problem is the ball either needs to come out sooner or maybe more on a line drive. But in both cases, CBC's been able to get a defender over the top. They leaked a guy out into the flat late, and I thought Ellaby was going to throw it to him. CBC jumped on that route at one point, but good defense here by CBC.
Will Orlando in to do the punting. 4:09 to go, first half. Good snap. Orlando gets the punt off. It's a line drive kick, bounces it midfield, takes a big hop for Corday Gage. Coming near side, inside the 50, 45-40. Drag down, no, he gets out of bounds at about the 25. Big time return. Over 30 yards. I'm going to say about 33 on the return for Corday Gage.
Yeah, I think you got it right on the nose. He got the ball right about the 40-yard line and did a nice job scampering up the sideline. Looked like he was going to get drugged down by his arm, managed to get free. And, wow, put CBC another opportunity in great field position and an opportunity here to really kind of distance themselves from SLUH here late in the second quarter.
3:55 to go, first half. McClellan has got both tailbacks in with him, Rivers and Williams. He looks left. Now he's going to the end zone. Jaden Reed! Oh, he just missed him.
He had him. Jaden had him beat on the double move.
Yep.
And he was pulling away. Nick put a little too much mustard on that one.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 at the 27.
CBC starting to feel it a little bit. You can tell just they seem like they're playing with a little bit more confidence, and some of the jitters have kind of gone. You know, there was a lot of talking back and forth between these guys over the course of this week in this game.
2nd down 10, ball at the 27. 3:50 to go, first half. McClellan, low snap. Fakes to Rivers, keeps it himself. He had a seam. He picks up about 7. Tackled at the 20. And on the stop for the Junior Bills is number 11. That's Kendall McNutt. Actually, they spotted at the 21, so a gain of 6. It'll be 3rd and 4.
CBC going with a lot of two-back here.
Clock running, 3:17 to go, first half. Cadets driving again, up 17-0. McClellan hands it, Rivers. Ooh, he's hitting the backfield. What a great play, jumping in. Ben Youst tackled him around the ankles, and that's a loss.
Tackled for a loss by number 2, Ben Youst.
Ben doing a nice job out of that safety spot. He's made a number of big tackles for the Junior Bills.
This Junior Bill defense flies around.
Are they going to go for a field goal right here?
Gage is into the game. This field goal would be about 41 yards.
He's got the wind.
He's got the wind at his back. This would be the longest field goal of the year for Corday Gage. About 40 yards out. Snap back, ball down. The kick is up, And it is good!
Nice.
Corday Gage
With the boot.
He's got a couple of tackles. He's got a 20-plus yard touchdown catch. He's got a field goal of 40 yards.
Well, remember we were up at Sacred Heart Griffin. I mean, the number of key plays he made, in so many different facets of the game.
And by the way, his long punt return is what set up that field goal.
Yeah. You got to feel like you should have gotten more out of that, though.
So it's 20-0 Cadets with 2:17 to play here in this first half. And once again, the Junior Bills are in a position. They need a scoring drive here. The Junior Bills get the ball to start the second half. So if they can get down the field, put some points on the board.
We talk about that.
Yep. and get that 2-for-1, basically.
2-for-1.
Yep.
Not really a 2-for-1.
It's not really.
It would be a huge for them to be able to get down and get in the end zone.
And then get the ball to start the second half.
Get the ball the second half. Yeah, you could put yourself back within one score of this.
Maybe not a 2-for-1. How about just a twofer? Could
there
we just
go.
call it a twofer? I don't know. I'll noodle with it.
Yeah.
2:17 to go. Dawes to kick. And he will boot that into the end zone. Again, wind at his back. He's definitely taking advantage. What's funny is Dawes is wearing those cleats that are almost skin color. And it reminds me, for you old school football fans out there, reminds me of the old kicker for the Eagles, Tony Franklin. Because when you look at his kind of skin color cleats, you almost think he's going barefoot.
Well, it's funny is I don't remember where we were at. We were on the road. I don't remember if it was Chaminade or Sacred Heart. One of the people thought he was kicking barefoot. I'm like, you're not allowed to do that in high school football. You got to have something covering your feet. No chance of getting your foot stepped on bare like that.
It's like part of my worthless knowledge that I hold on into my head.
Wow.
Tony Franklin of the Eagles, the Patriots. He kicked at Texas A&M. How do I remember all that? But I can't remember what I had for lunch yesterday.
Probably, or what your wife told you to make sure you picked up on the way home.
Exactly right. Ellaby, shotgun snap, hands it off. This is Taylor. He picks up a couple. CBC hit him at the line of scrimmage. He dragged a tackler for a couple extra. That was Kaburek in on the stop. Kaburek's played the run really well tonight from that safety position.
Yeah, you just got to wonder whether or not SLUH's going to try to dial something up over the top off of play action.
1:50 to go, first half. The Junior Bills don't seem to be in much of a rush.
I'm a little surprised.
Receiver comes in motion, and we'll get a false start penalty on the Junior Bills. Area rankings had these two in the top three. CBC number 1 in the St. Louis Metro. St. Louis U High number 3. 1:38 to go, first half. CBC leads 20-0, second and 12 for St. Louis U High. Taylor in the backfield, two wide receivers split near side.
I think they're worried about having to give the ball back to CBC again.
But I don't think in a game like this you can have that mindset, can you?
Maybe if you were in a...
Taylor up the middle, almost got the first down, picked up 11.
Maybe if you're in a one-score game, and it's been, where possessions are, really, really dicey and stuff, but you're down 3 possessions right now.
And you score here and get the ball to start the second half. You're back in this game, possibly, if you can put points up. That's what surprises me the most. Under a minute to go. And a flag. I think the Cadets called a timeout. No flag. So CBC, yeah.
There were guys who were going on and off the field. SLUH was subbing on and off the field. I'm wondering how long it'll be before they bring in that substitution rule that they have in the pros and college. If you make a substitution, the other team, you got to believe that that's going to come somewhere down the line into the high school game. just about every other, rule. I mean, I can remember when we were playing in high school, you didn't used to be able to block with your hands. I mean, you had to flipper block, even though they were using your hands in college and the pros. And right around the time of my sophomore year, you were allowed to use your hands, but you weren't able to stay engaged. So they were teaching us how to like pop and let go, pop and let go. But we at least were getting to start to use our hands a little bit. And now the blocking technique that we're teaching is no different than what we teach at, what they're teaching on the college and the pro level.
Don't forget, CSN alum, or Cadet alum and CBC Cadet Student Network sponsor Tim Kylo can help you with your insurance needs. He'll help save you money on anything, including home, life, boat. If it can be insured, Tim Kylo is your guy. 3rd and 1, up the middle, diving. He'll be close.
That's really, really close.
Give Tim a call, 314-842-4442, or shoot him an email, tim@timkylo, KILO.com. 44.5 to go. Let's see if they give him a favorable spot here. I think they did. Yep, first down at the 30.
They didn't even measure. It looked awfully close that they might have measured that one.
And a timeout is called. So first down for the Junior Bills with under a minute left in the first half. 20-0 Cadets. Low scoring first quarter. It was 3-0 after one. But the Cadets have asserted themselves here in the second quarter.
Still far below their season average. And, you can expect you're going to be a little bit below that average playing a good defensive team like St. Louis U High. It's a rivalry game. Obviously, emotions are running high. It'll be interesting to see what sort of energy both teams come out with in the second half. Whether CBC will settle in and just kind of do what they do, or whether SLUH will have a renewed enthusiasm and come out and be able to try to figure out how to get back into this.
Ellaby has Taylor in the backfield with him. 2 wide receivers split near side. 1 wide receiver split top of your screen. Ellaby looks left, fires, caught. This is Kosminski, and he's hit out of bounds.
He's inbounds.
He's inbounds. Hit over there by Jaden Reed. Clock continues to run. 30 seconds left. Quickly to the line of scrimmage. Ellaby spikes it. So it'll be 3rd and 3.
It's a really weird way to spike the ball.
And the Junior Bills have just 1 timeout left. I figured they'd come out guns blazing here on this drive, trying to get it downfield to get some points on the board. It hasn't really happened that way. They still have 27 seconds to get, if they're going to get in field goal range, they probably need about 30 yards or more.
I would think at least.
Ellaby out of the gun. Snap is there, steps up. Here comes pressure, and the Cadets sack him. There first was Dorian Magruder. Collins was in the backfield. Sims was in the backfield. And the Junior Bills will call their final timeout. No, CBC calls the timeout. They want to get that punt return.
They want the punt. They want to see if they can bust a punt return.
Oh, yeah.
Or go for a block. Either way. I
got to tell you, this is kind of the difference in the mindset here. You have Coach Pingle. We're not done trying to score. I know they're up 20-0. It's a little easier to make that decision, but I'm still a little mystified as to that entire offensive possession when you're down 20-0 and you had plenty of time. Well, I wouldn't say plenty, but you had a couple of minutes to get downfield.
You did, and you almost feel like the SLUH coaching staff is so worried about the halftime regroup that they weren't thinking about what they had right in front of them. And I'll be honest with you, I've been there. I've been in their situation in games, and it's like, we're just trying to get to a situation where we can make some adjustments, and you don't want to turn the ball over or give them a cheap score or something along those lines.
Corday Gage will be deep. Will Orlando will do the punting. He's been busy here tonight. The senior punter.
They put 20 seconds back on the clock. So CBC must have gotten the timeout a little sooner than the clock run.
So here's the thing. If Gage gets a big return here, they'll have, 10 to 12 seconds to run a couple of plays to try to put more points on the board. Or, almost blocked Orlando. End-over-end kick. Gage with the fair catch at the 43. So 14.7. You figure with the wind at his back, Gage has already kicked a 40-yarder. So let's say that's the range. They got to get down to about the 23.
Yeah.
If they want another attempt here with 14.7 to go in this first half.
Not a bad mindset here. I mean, a field goal here would be huge in terms of, the number of possessions that you need in order to be able to get back in this game. Well, interested to see how CBC plays this.
First down and 10 Cadets. 14.7 to go first half. McClellan steps back, fires near side. It's caught. He'll get out of bounds. Jaden Reed. That took not even 5 seconds off the clock. 9.8 left.
Was very nonchalant in the way that whole thing went down. SLUH's not rushing real hard. This is a situation where you could give the ball to Vic Williams and get him in space, and who knows. But
gain of 8, 2nd and 2.
There's going to be trips to the left.
McClellan, deep drop, fires again, looking for Williams. He's hit right away. Down he goes. And the Cadets will take a quick timeout. 2.9 left.
Little wheel route out of the backfield.
So do you take a shot at the end zone here, or do you bring Max Dawes out with the big leg and see if he can drill a long field goal? Cadets are going to talk it over.
I don't think you're looking at.
I mean, this would be a
50?
Oh, at least. So they're at the 34. Yeah, you're talking about a 51-yarder.
Nah, you don't shoot for a 51-yarder. You take a shot at the end zone. Nick's got a big arm.
The one thing we know about Coach Pingle, he's prepared for every situation, so he's got the exact play he wants right here with 2.9 left at the end of this half.
Well, and here's the other situation. You may not score, but with CBC's athleticism, if you get Jaden Reed a ball on a dig in the middle of the field with nobody around him, with everybody playing deep, and you let him with his shakes run around, you might make something happen.
The Cadets are 34 yards from the end zone. 2.9 to go first half. Up 20-0. McClellan sets up. He fires near side, out of bounds. I don't think they got it out of bounds in time. Coach Pingle says there was .1 or .2 on the clock. They're putting it up.
He's putting it up there.
Oh, yeah, they're putting .2 up. Coach Pingle immediately ran over and said there was
0.2 is what he just signaled to the booth.
Yep. So here we go. Corday Gage is going to try a 50-yard field goal.
Well, he's got the wind at his back.
Well, let's say 49 yards.
And interestingly enough, SLUH does not have anybody back there to return the ball. A little bit on number 1.
Yeah,
but
Zach Allen is ranging
back.
back.
I would be standing.
Yeah, if you get your top returner, you put him in the back of that end zone. Right?
Well, I don't think you can return it out of the end zone, just like you can't.
So in high school, you can't return
I
it
think
out?
if it goes out, but he could stand on a goal line.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't make it to the goal line and he catches it there, you could even consider, if you stand a couple of guys back there as it comes in, try to go up and swat it and keep it in bounds and then pick it up and go. But, I mean, unless it gets blocked, I think Corday's going to get it into the end zone.
So this will be let's see where Reed sets down. Before he had set down at the 39, so he's just inside the 40. So this is technically a 50-yard field goal since it's beyond the 39-yard line. Corday
right, they're
Gage.
putting him back. They're running him back.
There we go. They must have heard us.
Well, maybe you can return it out of the. I don't think you can return it out of the. I don't think you can return any kick out of the end zone.
Back deep is he's asking that official if he can. I think he's asking the official.
Oh,
that'll be 5 yards for the Cadets. That's going to bring it to about a 45-yard field goal. Oh, my goodness. Gage on that 40-yarder, he had 5 yards to spare on that. So maybe just 5 yards to spare, but he had 5 yards in there. This will now be a 44-yard try. Snap back, ball is down, and boot is high enough, it's long enough, and it is good! 44 yards for Corday Gage, and to be fair, I think he would have made it from 49.
I think it was going to be good. It was well through there, and so, I mean, what a debacle at the end of the half for St. Louis U High. You have the ball, you've got 2 minutes, you've got an opportunity to go down and score, and you kind of putz around with it, and I guess you're trying to run the clock out, but then you don't even successfully manage to do that. You have to punt to CBC, a couple of plays, and you give them a field goal opportunity. And this has not been a well-played game by either offense to this particular point, but that's just a killer right there.
Right, and I don't want to be too overly critical.
No,
I don't know what Coach Cruz is going through on the sideline over there, but I'm with you. Like, that was my first thought. On that last offensive drive, I don't understand why you weren't a little more aggressive to try to get points, especially knowing you get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, and I'm being a little harder than I normally would on anyone.
Right.
But I mean, you're 7-0.
Yeah.
This is a big game. You haven't beaten CBC since 2005, 23 straight games. You're going to have to do some extraordinary things to get that monkey off your back.
That's Coach Chris Maris. My name's Randy Molman. It's halftime here at St. Louis U High. The CBC Cadets lead 23-0. You're watching CBC football on the Cadet Network and on Matrix Midwest. We'll be back with the second half here shortly.
Goodbye, weeds. Hello, Tomato Empire. Shut the fridge door. You've earned emos. Time to upgrade. Get a large pizza for the price of a medium or an extra large for the price of a large. Order online or on the Emos Pizza app.
Let's start this renovation. New cabinets, countertops, flooring, fixtures.
Okay, guys, let's make our customers proud. On 3. Ready? Ready.
Come on, guys, let's get this space prep.
It's football season right now, but it's MFL season all year long. More for less remodeling. Whether you need a new kitchen, bathroom, or a total renovation, you'll score big with MFL.
That was one heck of a team effort.
Get the MFL team. More for less, STL.com.
Upgrading your IT systems? Partner with us for sustainable IT management. With on-site asset inventory and physical and digital data destruction. We can also evaluate, refurbish, and remarket your equipment. From chain of custody to final disposition, your assets and data are destroyed by national standards. Adonis Recycling, making an impact in the community.
What makes a fan? We're fans. Plug in to Matrix Midwest, a new kind of channel for fans of all kinds. St. Louis sports, culture, lifestyle. Matrix Midwest, St. Louis's only free and independent sports and entertainment network. Fans belong here.
I've been here at CBC for 2 years, and what I'm seeing in the classroom on a daily basis continues to amaze and inspire me every single day.
We know that we're preparing students for success in careers that will extend beyond the year 2050. We can't keep teaching them like it's 1950. That just doesn't work.
Education is no longer teacher-driven with things like worksheets and lectures, but instead student-driven, where teachers provide students with hands-on learning experiences.
For example, our students aren't just memorizing the definition of entrepreneurship. They're interacting with entrepreneurs. They're practicing. They're becoming entrepreneurs.
We are providing opportunities and experiences for these boys that go beyond just delivering content. When I became an engineer, it was in spite of my education. These boys are becoming engineers because of their education.
It's exciting to me to see problem solvers in an authentic learning environment. They grow to be self-directed learners and critical thinkers.
The reality is we're trying to prepare CBC students for
Men for tomorrow, brothers for life. We say it often and we take great pride in our commitment to this motto. That commitment has become a part of who we are at CBC.
Our brotherhood is well defined. We see it, we feel it, we experience it every day. It's in the relationships we establish, the moments we share, and the memories we will cherish forever.
But what does it mean to be a man for tomorrow? It means that you've prepared your mind, your body, your spirit, and your conscience for anything that life might throw your way. Your experiences at CBC should push you, challenge you, and inspire you to make the world a better place. And after 4 years, every cadet who walks across that stage at graduation will be a man who is guided by faith, strengthened by intellect, committed to justice, and prepared to lead and serve.
I am a difference maker, oh I am, only one who speaks to him, and I am the friendliest of friends of God. I am a difference maker, oh I am, only one who speaks to him, and I am the friendliest of friends of God.
At CBC, we win awards, championships, and accolades of all kinds. We love to celebrate together and couldn't be more proud of these accomplishments. But ultimately, our purpose is much greater. CBC is here to develop young men who will go out and make a difference in the world. That's a man for tomorrow.
A CBC high school education is about a transformation from boys to men. It is about the formation of a brotherhood that will stand the test of time. It is about service and discovery. It is about coming to understand the world around us and the people that live in it, and ourselves through real life experiences.
Over 200 students, staff, and community leaders gathered for a special ceremony at CBC High School to honor a group of students that were selected as national winners in the C-SPAN National Video Contest.
We had almost 1,700 entries, so to rise to the top means that you have taken an issue that we can tell means something to you, is important to you, is important to your community, and that you have gone out to find the right subject matter experts, to ask them for interviews, to go into your community and find the people who can talk about that issue, and then succinctly telling a story in 5 to 6 minutes, and they were able to do that wonderfully.
The winning group consisted of Hunter Smith, Drake Clifton, and Ryan Pinkerton, and received their recognition for this national honor in front of their classmates, as well as local dignitaries who presented them with proclamations highlighting their accomplishments. The winning video was selected by C-SPAN on its merits of tackling not only a St. Louis problem, but a national issue.
Millions of young adults in this country who, frankly, like every generation, they're the future of the country, and they're smart, and they're articulate, and most probably importantly, they're passionate. They want to see things change and change for the better. So they taking the initiative and taking those first steps to realize that, yeah, things can be better. Things don't have to be the way they've always been.
This is the first year that CBC and its students participated in the C-SPAN National Contest, which makes the accomplishment even more special.
At CBC, we create men for tomorrow who are committed to justice, guided by faith, strengthened by intellect, and prepared to lead and serve. And that's really easy to say, but doing that is hard, and building those experiences for our students to have the opportunity to develop those skills to be that man for tomorrow. The work they did here is just one step on their journey to become a man for tomorrow, and they have a lot of more learning experiences ahead of them.
Those experiences conclude with a CBC graduate truly becoming a man for tomorrow through their commitment to making the community a better place.
I think when we talk about the concept of men for tomorrow, we're trying to bring these young guys up to give them an opportunity to look at the world around them and how can they make a difference. You know, and it goes back to our LaSallian formation, what we want to do with these young men and giving them this opportunity, but then they're going to go out and do these great things. They're going to go out in the world and truly make things happen, and to be a part of that, to see what they're then going to accomplish, I couldn't be more proud and more excited. National recognition like this, the project that they did, the quality that they produced, and then to see them judged at this level, with so many experts looking at this to appreciate their work. This is exactly what CBC is about. And this is what our focus on education, men for tomorrow, this is going to make a difference in the world.
These young men to my left are a powerful example of CBC's not only unique approach to education, but what it means to be a man for tomorrow.
What we saw today was like just the tip of the iceberg with all the work that went into it. That's what makes this so special, that this was, maybe these students were recognized, but it was a community effort like all things we do here at CBC.
I've been here at CBC for 2 years. And what I'm seeing in the classroom on a daily basis continues to amaze and inspire me every single day.
We know that we're preparing students for success in careers that will extend beyond the year 2050. We can't keep teaching them like it's 1950. That just doesn't work.
Education is no longer teacher-driven with things like worksheets and lectures, but instead student-driven, where teachers provide students with hands-on learning experiences.
For example, our students aren't just memorizing the definition of entrepreneurship. They're interacting with entrepreneurs. They're practicing. They're becoming entrepreneurs.
We are providing opportunities and experiences for these boys that go beyond just delivering content. When I became an engineer, it was in spite of my education. These boys are becoming engineers because of their education.
It's exciting to me to see problem solvers in an authentic learning environment. They grow to be self-directed learners and critical thinkers.
reality is we're trying to prepare CBC students for jobs, careers, opportunities, and experiences that just don't exist yet.
There is no other industry that can remain stagnant for generations and still succeed. Education has to evolve. We have to innovate, and that's our focus here at CBC.
Men for tomorrow, brothers for life. We say it often and we take great pride in our commitment to this motto. That commitment has become a part of who we are at CBC.
Our brotherhood is well defined. We see it, we feel it, we experience it every day. It's in the relationships we establish, the moments we share, and the memories we will cherish forever.
But what does it mean to be a man for tomorrow? It means that you've prepared your mind, your body, your spirit, and your conscience for anything that life might throw your way. Your experiences at CBC should push you, challenge you, and inspire you to make the world a better place. And after 4 years, every cadet who walks across that stage at graduation will be a man who is guided by faith, strengthened by intellect, committed to justice, and prepared to lead and serve.
I am a difference maker. Oh, I am only one who speaks to him. And I am the friendliest of friends of God. I am a difference maker. Oh, I am only one who speaks to him. And I am the friendliest of friends of God.
At CBC, we win awards, championships, and accolades of all kinds. We love to celebrate together and couldn't be more proud of these accomplishments. But ultimately, our purpose is much greater. CBC is here to develop young men who will go out and make a difference in the world. That's a man for tomorrow.
A CBC high school education is about a transformation from boys to men. It is about the formation of a brotherhood that will stand the test of time. It is about service and discovery. It is about coming to understand the world around us and the people that live in it, and ourselves through real life experiences.
Over 200 students, staff, and community leaders gathered for a special ceremony at CBC High School to honor a group of students that were selected as national winners in the C-SPAN National Video Contest.
We had almost 1,700 entries. So to rise to the top means that you have taken an issue that we can tell means something to you, is important to you, is important to your community, and that you have gone out to find the right subject matter experts, to ask them for interviews, to go into your community and find the people who can talk about that issue, and then succinctly telling a story in 5 to 6 minutes. And they were able to do that wonderfully.
The winning group consisted of Hunter Smith, Drake Clifton, and Ryan Pinkerton, and received their recognition for this national honor in front of their classmates, as well as local dignitaries who presented them with proclamations highlighting their accomplishments. The winning video was selected by C-SPAN on its merits of tackling not only a St. Louis problem, but a national issue.
Millions of young adults in this country who, frankly, like every generation, they're the future of the country. And they're smart, and they're articulate, and most probably importantly, they're passionate. They want to see things change and change for the better. So they taking the initiative and taking those first steps to realize that, yeah, things can be better. Things don't have to be the way they've always been.
This is the first year that CBC and its students participated in the C-SPAN National Contest, which makes the accomplishment even more special.
At CBC, we create men for tomorrow who are committed to justice, guided by faith, strengthened by intellect, and prepared to lead and serve. And that's really easy to say, but doing that is hard, and building those experiences for our students to have the opportunity to develop those skills to be that man for tomorrow. The work they did here is just one step on their journey to become a man for tomorrow, and they have a lot of more learning experiences ahead of them.
Those experiences conclude with a CBC graduate truly becoming a man for tomorrow through their commitment to making the community a better place.
I think when we talk about the concept of men for tomorrow, we're trying to bring these young guys up to give them an opportunity to look at the world around them and how can they make a difference. You know, and it goes back to our LaSallian formation, what we want to do with these young men and giving them this opportunity, but then they're going to go out and do these great things. They're going to go out in the world and truly make things happen, and to be a part of that, to see what they're then going to accomplish, I couldn't be more proud and more excited. National recognition like this, the project that they did, the quality that they produced, and then to see them judged at this level, with so many experts looking at this to appreciate their work. This is exactly what CBC is about. And this is what our focus on education, men for tomorrow, this is going to make a difference in the world.
These young men to my left are a powerful example of CBC's not only unique approach to education, but what it means to be a man for tomorrow.
What we saw today was like just the tip of the iceberg with all the work that went into it. That's what makes this so special, that this was, maybe these students were recognized, but it was a community effort like all things we do here at CBC.
I've been here at CBC for 2 years, and what I'm seeing in the classroom on a daily basis continues to amaze and inspire me every single day.
We know that we're preparing students for success in careers that will extend beyond the year 2050. We can't keep teaching them like it's 1950. That just doesn't work.
Education is no longer teacher-driven with things like worksheets and lectures, but instead student-driven, where teachers provide students with hands-on learning experiences.
For example, our students aren't just memorizing the definition of entrepreneurship. They're interacting with entrepreneurs. They're practicing. They're becoming entrepreneurs.
We are providing opportunities and experiences for these boys that go beyond just delivering content. When I became an engineer, it was in spite of my education. These boys are becoming engineers because of their education.
It's exciting to me to see problem solvers in an authentic learning environment. They grow to be self-directed learners and critical thinkers.
The reality is we're trying to prepare CBC students for jobs, careers, opportunities, and experiences that just don't exist yet.
There is no other industry that can remain stagnant for generations and still succeed. Education has to evolve. We have to innovate, and that's our focus here at CBC.
Coach, that first quarter was a little choppy, a lot of flags, pretty good defense, and then CBC kind of opened it up in the second quarter.
They did, but it's still only 23-0, and SLUH's got in large part, I believe, because of the adjustments that they make at halftime. They do a great job with that. But we'll see what they've got as Max Dawes is going to kick with that win right toward that scoreboard.
Wind at his back. Tyler Kosminski, number 88, and number 1, Zach Allen, back deep for the Junior Bills to receive this third quarter kickoff, and he'll boot it deep and through the end zone. It'll be first down, Junior Bills at the 20. And the Junior Billikens need to get some offense going here, Coach. I haven't seen a lot of creativity from this offense. They haven't thrown that, like I haven't seen a lot of quick hitters, a lot of any screens. It's almost like they run the ball up the middle and then kind of a 10, 12-yard out. That's been their offense so far in this game.
They've not, and unfortunately, except for the Wildcat, you haven't seen them really work to get the ball in Keenan Harris that much. And he's a guy that you want to get the ball to in space. Now, look, I'll come right out and say, it could stay right here. I don't need to see SLUH score. So, but we'll see how this ultimately plays out.
Ellerby hands it. Taylor busts it up the middle, lost the football. The ball is loose. The Cadets have it. I think it's Cortland Collins who came up with it.
I think he was trying to run with it.
So
and Ellerby is down. No, one of their offensive linemen is down.
So again, Coach, I know that this is now hindsight, and I'll talk about it, and this will be the last time I bring it up. This is one of the reasons that I feel like at the end of the first half, you had to attack the field and go down and try to score some points. Now you turn it over here to start the third quarter, and the Cadets are set up inside the 30.
So Caden Ellerby, the younger brother of Kyron Ellerby, who is offensive lineman on this team, on the ground. And as Jordan Taylor went up through that hole,
he had some space.
It looks like he had some space, but somebody got a hand on the ball, popped it out. Cortland Collins ended up with it, and there was a little bit of a scrum, and I think he was trying to work his way out of the scrum. Couldn't get there. I don't know if that's where Caden Ellerby got hurt or if it was otherwise.
So the Cadets force a turnover on the first play of the third quarter. They'll take over at the Junior Bills 25, and you really hope that young Ellerby here is okay, because he kind of went down in a heap.
He was, he was.
Looks like he's going to.
Jogs off.
Oh, he's.
Now he's.
Yeah, he's having a hard time supporting.
From his knee or ankle.
Yeah. He's trying to jog off, but did it under his own power, so that's good to see. Junior offensive lineman. So the Cadets have it, 1st and 10 at the Junior Bill 25. Pistol formation. Courtney Rivers in the backfield, trips to the right.
See whether Coach Pingle takes a shot here.
You just remember, like, the old St. Louis Rams football coach, every time they would create a turnover, they'd go for the home run on the next play, and there it is, down the middle, touchdown! Number 5, Jake Plummer first, dials up the 25-yard touchdown.
Little seam route, right down inside the safety. And I believe that's Jake Plummer first. Is that his first touchdown of the season? He's had some big catches. Not a lot of them, but I mean, he's had some big catches, and that's his first touchdown of the year.
Corday Gage will attempt the extra point. He hit a 45-yarder at the end of the half and a 40-yarder before that. Wind at his back. Snap back, ball down, kick is up. It is good. I'm going to stop saying wind at his back. That was Those were big kicks.
It was a boot, and we were talking down to the sideline. I was talking to a couple of people, and that probably would have been good from 50, maybe 55. It was a shot.
So it's 30-0, 15 seconds into the third quarter. A fumble on the first play from scrimmage for St. Louis U High, followed by a 25-yard touchdown pass. McClellan's third of the game. And for McClellan, that is now the 6th time this year that he has thrown at least 3 touchdown passes in a game. Dawes will do the kicking. Kosminski deep, and Allen for the Junior Bills.
See whether Max has got another touchback in his foot or whether CBC decides to drop it in between somebody. Nope.
Near side kick, and it is caught at the 1. Here's Allen. He's going to return it up the left hash. He's got a little space, cuts it in the middle of the field, and a great tackle in the open field. That is number 31.
Landon Newman.
Landon Newman with a great tackle.
Good special teams play right there by the Cadets. Pin them inside the 20-yard line, so that's even better, their touchback.
PA announcer called our kicker Max Dowse.
I can see how you do that based on how it's spelled.
And he's called him Cord Gage.
That one I don't get.
Coach Maris, this is nothing against the St. Louis U High PA announcer. He does a fantastic job, but I'm always a stickler for the pronunciations. You got to get those pronunciations.
You run around and get them.
You got to get them. Ellaby out of the shotgun. He's got Taylor flanked on his left hip. 2 wide receivers split near side. Ellaby, quick throw, caught. Kosminski, and he'll get up the field, pick up a nice gain. That was what I was kind of talking about earlier, like the quick passing game. Get some momentum going in this offense for the Junior Bills.
Yeah, Richard Mosley on the tackle there at the corner.
But that's a quick throw, 5-yard curl, and he picks up 9 yards. It's 2nd and 1. Handoff bounced outside. This is Taylor. He'll be close to a first. He'll get the first down across the 30 to the 31. But it closed quickly. The Cadets defense. Kaburik over there. Number 11 was there. Richard Mosley. Number 8 in pursuit. Gabe Wilson.
Josiah Stanfield, one of the CBC coaches, was jumping up and down on the sideline here. I'm wondering if Taylor might have coughed up the ball late and out of bounds right there.
1st and 10, ball spotted at the 31. The other thing I noticed too about some of these formations here, Coach, for St. Louis U High is they generally have in most of their formations 2 players split out to one side and then no one on the other side, which kind of seals half the field for the Cadet defense, right? They don't have to really play the one half of the side of that defense.
You definitely commit to that one side. They tried to run to the short side of the field. That's Cortland Collins down on the field.
That's not good. Cortland Collins down on the field, took his helmet off immediately. He's trying to stretch out that left leg.
I'm guessing we'll see number 28, Jaden Britt, for at least one play here, if not more.
So 10:24 to go in the third, and Cortland Collins, CBC's best defensive player so far this year in terms of tackles for loss. He's the leader on that defense.
He's got his left leg over his right, like maybe his back was bothering him a little bit. He got the wind knocked out of him, or?
Yeah, he's kind of holding his stomach. Yeah, he may have just gotten the wind knocked out of him. He should be all right. Walks off under his own power. That's a great sign.
Looking to see, looks like Jaden Britt's in.
And on the last series, Ellaby, who was down hurt for St. Louis U High, he's back in the game at left guard, so that's good to see as well. So 30-0 Cadets, 2nd and 12 for the Junior Bills, 10:15 to go here, third quarter. Ellaby, deep drop, sets up. He's going to go deep. He's got a man wide open, and he drops it.
Oh, my gosh.
Kosminski dropped it. He was wide open. The ball was slightly underthrown, but Kosminski had it, and it slipped right through his hands.
CBC blew a coverage in a bad way. That should be at least a big gain, if not a touchdown for SLUH right there. Even with the ball being a little underthrown, somebody got crossed up on CBC in terms of who was supposed to have that deep third, or if they were in man, somebody came off of him.
And I know we call this game, and we're supposed to call the action and everything, but, man, you just feel terrible for that kid. Wide open.
I wouldn't want that feeling.
No, you just feel terrible for him. Kosminski's one of their best players, one of their best receivers, and just dropped it. 3rd and 12. Ellaby escapes pressure, rolls, fires over the middle. It's caught, and Kosminski catches that one for a first down. So they go right back to him, and he makes the catch.
But here's the thing I'll say. That's one of the more creative plays. They rolled Ellaby out. They ran Jordan Taylor out of the backfield on a flare, and they brought Kosminski back in across. You get a lot more movement in and out, and that opened up some space for 88 to catch that ball.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 after the catch by Kosminski at the 41-yard line. Trips to the left, Taylor in the backfield on the hip of Ellaby. Snap is good, Ellaby drops deep, sets up, fires, and it is caught. Sits down, Zach Allen, nice catch, knew the hit was coming, got down quickly, 1st down, a gain of 11.
SLUH with a little bit of life right here, as they've opened up the offense a little bit.
And you've seen a little more rhythm out of this offense, a little more, some quick throws out of the hands of Ellaby. That 1st down throw to Kosminski was, he rolled a little bit and bought a little more time, but for the most part, you're seeing Ellaby get the ball out of his hands quick, let his playmakers make a play.
Cortland Collins back in the game, by the way.
Good to see.
Good to note.
1st and 10 in CBC territory at the 48. Here comes pressure. Ellaby sets up, fires, far side. Kosminski makes the catch. Weaves his way inside the 45. Picks up 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Ellaby under duress right there as the ball came out.
Good blitz pick up there by the junior Bill. CBC was bringing not only their 4 down linemen, but a couple of linebackers up the middle of that defensive line, trying to get some pressure inside on Ellaby.
Well, and Cortland Collins realized he wasn't going to get there. He kind of backed off and tried to get in the window to where Ellaby was looking and jumped up to try to knock the ball down, but didn't manage to do that. Didn't manage to get a hand on it.
2nd and 5. Ellaby, shotgun snap, looks left, rolls a little bit, now fires, and it's batted away. Corday Gage in coverage, knocks it away from Zach Allen.
That's a couple times it looks like SLUH's had something on that corner route, and CBC's been able to get over the top and knock it away. Jaden Reed got one, Nick McClellan got one, now Corday Gage got one.
3rd down and 5 at the 43. Trips to the left for the junior Bills.
If SLUH had something to where they could freeze that safety on a seam route to the inside and run that corner back against it, they'd have a hard time. CBC would have a hard time defending that or the seam.
Ellaby sets up, looks, and he's sacked. Backside coming in, and that is Jameer Sims. Boy, Sims, over the last 5 games, Coach Jameer Sims has now 5 sacks actually over the last 4 games.
He's been getting after it.
Will Orlando will line up to punt, 4th and 12. Gage deep.
SLUH had something going there, but couldn't keep anything moving.
Good snap, Orlando to punt, and it's a nice high kick. Fair catch called by Gage at the 17. That's where the Cadets will take over, 1st and 10, leading 30-0, and we've got a player down, grabbing his calf.
Number
Number 22, that's Micah Shaw, the junior.
I think that is.
And he's grabbing his calf. You wonder if it's a cramp or if he got that foot caught in the turf. You've got Cortland Collins playing at such a high level, and then you've got Jameer Sims, who comes off the edge about as well as anybody. That 1-2 punch on that Cadet defense. They have now held opponents scoreless for almost 6.5 quarters. And 6.5 quarters against St. Louis U High as they beat the Junior Bills last year 41-0. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to stretch out that calf.
Here.
Yeah.
The tip of the cap to the CBC student section. Lots of guys out here tonight. We had 2 full buses that went down and tailgated at the City Museum. Had a little bit of fun there. Got a little Chick-fil-A dinner before bringing them back over here. And plenty of guys came straight to the game otherwise. Had a nice big group of students here for an away game. That's always a little tricky.
Speaking of Chick-fil-A, Coach, did you know?
I did know.
They are the official sandwich of the Cadet Student Network. Grab one the next time you're at a CBC home game. I know I usually do. My waistline indicates.
Your waistline.
I bet you if you draw a little blood out of that waistline, there'll be some Chick-fil-A comes up in that test.
All right. Well, CBC is going to have it deep in their own territory. See what they can manage to do here.
I saw Frank McGinty was loosening over here, but Nick McClellan will come back out here for his second drive here in the third quarter. The first drive was just one play, a 25-yard seam route touchdown to the tight end, Jake Plummer first. 1st and 10 at the 17. Here's Vic Williams. He cuts it inside across the 25.
Got about 8.
Yeah, he gets to the 25, I should say. Picked up about 8.
Good little run. They ran Jake Plummer first in motion across the formation right there and used him to kind of help block to the outside so they could run that inside counter.
Other than 2 runs that have totaled about 50 yards, here's Vic again near side, and there's a penalty thrown behind the play. I was going to say, Coach, other than the 2 runs, the 31-yarder and then a 22, 23-yarder, he's got over 50 on those 2 carries. St. Louis U High's done a really good job bottling up Vic Williams here tonight.
That's unfortunate. Hold on CBC is going to back them up. We get to replay the down.
2nd and 12.
10-yard penalty moves the ball back to the 15-yard line. The down will be replayed.
So we'll see what CBC looks like they're going to go 2-by-2 on this one.
Yeah, ball spotted at the 15. Pistol formation in the backfield. St. Louis U High jumps.
Give part of that penalty yardage back.
So it'll be 2nd and about 7 after the penalty is marked off.
After a barrage of penalties early in the first half, the second half of the second quarter wasn't nearly as bad, but the first quarter or the third quarter kind of getting started with a few here.
Hand off to nope. McClellan keeps it himself on the zone read, and he picks up a couple. It'll be 3rd and 5. Beautiful night here in St. Louis City. In the shadow of the Science Center.
So many years ago, we would come down here and the planetarium would be lit up. It is not lit up tonight, which is surprising.
3rd and 5. McClellan's got time. He's got time. Looking, then fires short. It's caught, but he'll be well short of the first down. Good coverage downfield. Kendall McNutt with the tackle. It'll be 4th down and maybe a long 2. And I think the Cadets will punt here. Corday Gage goes back to line up in punt formation.
I think had Jake been able to catch that cleanly, he had an opportunity to, give an inside out or outside in move, and maybe could have gotten that first down, or at least had a shot at it. But when he bobbled it, that allowed the defender to square him up a little bit.
So 4th and a long 2, under 5 to play, 3rd quarter. Cadets lead 30-0. Back deep is Allen for St. Louis U High. High snap, Gage gets it. Good kick, spirals down inside the 30, picked up by Allen at the 26. He's got some room across the 40, and finally brought down there by Kaburik.
Good coverage right there by the Cadets.
Good 15, 16-yard return there by Allen. Junior Bills have good field position starting at the 42.
The Bills start 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Senior quarterback, Kyron Ellaby. Back onto the field. Got a little frog in the throat there, Coach.
Let me know if you need me to.
Doesn't happen often, but. Taylor in the backfield on the hip of Ellaby. 2 wide receivers, split near side. Tight end, top of your screen. Ellaby facing pressure, and down he goes. He's gang tackled. A host of Cadets in the backfield to get the sack.
They brought all-out pressure on Ellaby, and they were in there and on him in a hurry.
You know how they award half sacks? Do you award like 1/6 of a sack?
I don't know what you're doing there.
There's 6 guys back there. I mean, the Cadets brought the house. 2nd and 17. Back at the 35.
Senior True Shulin in the game, who's missed a good chunk of his season as he's continued to recover from a knee injury. He was in on that sack and played a lot last week against Vianney, but glad to see he's getting some time here against St. Louis U High.
Ellaby steps up. Now here comes pressure again. He bumps into his own man, and then he's brought down by Magruder. Had him around the ankles. Ellaby has just no time right now. The Cadets are just bringing everybody. And the front, the defensive front for the Cadets doing a fantastic job.
They are rotating lots of guys in there all the way across, and there are a handful of those guys for SLUH that are playing both ways.
3rd and 16, gain of 1 on that last play. So no sack credited, an actual rushing attempt there by Ellaby. Taylor goes in motion. Now Ellaby looking, steps up, and he's going to go down again. Around the ankles, that's number 63, Rayshawn Smith. He's been disruptive tonight. The one thing I have noticed, too, Coach, with a quarterback the size of Ellaby, the Cadets have done a great job getting him around the legs. You try to tackle a guy like that up top, he's just going to either stiff arm you or he's going to shove you off. Yeah.
Yeah, they've gotten him right in around the knees and ankles and just wrapped both of them up and fell him like a tree.
Will Orlando back to do the punting. 2:22 to go. Back deep, Jaden Reed stands at his 34. Here's the punt. Line drive kick. It's short, and we'll take a Junior Bill roll inside the 40.
Will Corbin had a shot at that. Did a nice job of not going in hard. Kind of like as punter kicked it off to the right. He kind of reached out there and leaned out there to try to get a piece of it. Good discipline right there by the junior defensive tackle.
1st and 10 Cadets at the 37. 2:04 to go, 3rd quarter. See if McClellan stays in the game here. He does. McClellan back in. Courtney Rivers will come in at tailback. We'll have a couple of tight ends in the game. Max Purcell checking in with Jake Plummer first. Gage split out to the right. Jaden Reed at the top of your screen, split wide left.
Little double tight look here for the Cadets. I think it's the first time we've seen this tonight.
Courtney Rivers gets the handoff, cuts it upfield, got some space, drives to midfield. Big time gain, 13 yards on first down. They mark him at the 49, so it'll be a 12-yard pickup.
Nice adjustment right there to be able to handle the outside pressure. Give yourself a couple of extra blockers with those tight ends.
Ben Eust, another tackle for St. Louis U High. Under 2 to play, third quarter. Fake to Rivers, fire over the middle, it's Plummer first. He'll have another first down. McClellan fired a bullet right over the middle, and Plummer first made the catch, picked up a few extra yards.
Good RPO look right there for the Cadets, firing that ball on that little quick pop route to the tight end.
With tempo, low snap, McClellan has to keep it himself, and he will scramble for a few yards, maybe 3. But that play was kind of busted at the beginning. The snap was down around his feet.
Did a nice job getting up and getting something out of it.
1:15 to go, third quarter. McNutt on the stop, gain of 3, 2nd and 7 at the 34. Reed checks back in. He'll split wide left. Double tight end again. They've had double tight end on this entire drive, and that's another jump. Same St. Louis U Higher player jumped off sides. And it'll be under a minute to go now, third quarter, and it'll be 3rd and 2 after the offside penalty. 2nd and 2, I should say, at the 29.
Clock running down on the third quarter here. CBC trying to punch it in one last time here and get themselves to a running clock.
McClellan fakes, now looks. Now he'll scramble out, right side, fires. Plummer first makes the catch. He's wrapped up, but that'll be a first down at the 22. Jake Plummer first with a nice night tonight. That's his 3rd catch. And on the season, he's had 9 catches coming in, and he caught his first touchdown of the year at the beginning of the third quarter. Cadets will probably let this clock run out here in the third. The problem is the play clock's not running, so for us, hard to tell where that play clock is in relation to the game clock. But
usually if you're worried about it, you ask the official, do I have to snap the ball?
Right.
And if they're not running a play clock and they're ready for the game to get moving, they're like, nope, you don't have to do that.
That ends the third quarter. It's 30-0 Cadets. Call State Farm agent and CBC alum Tim Kylo for all of your insurance needs. He's more than just the best insurance guy in town. He's also the presenting sponsor of CSN, and we're incredibly grateful for his support. Give Tim a call, 314-842-4442, or shoot him an email, tim@timkylo, KILO.com.
So next week, CBC will travel to the south side.
St. Mary's.
And play the St. Mary's Dragons, who've had a fine season so far. Their only 2 losses are to out-of-town teams.
They're always a talented program.
They are, and I know they've been licking their chops for an opportunity to play against CBC this year. CBC handled their business with them last year.
For the Junior Bills, they're going to travel, and they've got a tough game next week. They travel to Kansas City to play Rockhurst.
And Rockhurst is down a classification, Class 5, and I think they have 1 loss and have had a pretty solid season. That's not going to be an easy game for the Junior Bills, but a good experience for them to be able to get out on the road and travel and kind of figure some things out. Always a possibility of having to travel either to Kansas City or to Jackson or a couple of other places through our particular playoff path.
McClellan hands it. This is Rivers near side, and we got a flag flies in. Rivers inside the 10, down inside the 5, but let's see what the flag is
It's
for.
a hold. It's a soft hold, but it's a hold.
So this will get called back. Lennar has ended up with the tackle.
We got 11:50 left to go in the game, and the CBC student section is waving goodbye to a lot of the SLUH student section, who is exiting the stadium right through our student section, right in front of it.
So they mark off the penalty, and that'll mark all the way back to the 32. Line to gain is just inside the 13.
See, with CBC, they're going back to that double tight set.
1st and 20. McClellan throws. Jaden Reed with the catch, spins away from the first tackler, shimmies to the sideline, and picks up 10 yards.
Got all the penalty yardage back.
It'll be second, and he actually picked up 11, 2nd and 9.
Max Purcell comes out of the game, and Darian Jones comes in.
So, ball spotted. Actually, he did get 10. They put it at the 22. 2nd and 10 at the 22. Got to get to the 12. In motion, Reed. McClellan on the zone. Reed keeps it himself, then fires, and that's a flag.
He was way past
the line of scrimmage. Jaden Reed goes out of bounds.
If he could get up there and do that as a lateral, that could work. But he was 4 yards beyond the line.
Easily.
So I don't know if it was supposed to be a lateral, and whether the CBC, Jay Reed, got a little too far upfield on it, but that'll be coming back.
That official threw that flag immediately.
Well, I mean, we don't have we're off to the side a little bit. I'm like, that's a forward pass.
Oh, yeah.
Beyond the line of scrimmage.
He had a lot of room. I thought he was just going to cut it up in there and head to the end zone. But
yeah.
Under 11 to play, 30-0, fourth quarter. So an illegal forward pass.
Question is that loss a down?
Look, yeah, it is.
I think it is. So it should be 3rd down.
Illegal forward pass is a 5-yard penalty, moving the ball back to the 27-yard line. It is also a loss of down.
So that should change. There it goes. Changes the 3rd. 3rd and 15 now for the Cadets.
Public address announcer was right on top of that with us, too.
He was right on top of that one. And it was almost like he was making the announcement so the officials could hear him. Hey, that's a loss of down.
He did it very respectfully.
He really did. 3rd and 15 here at the 27. Fake and a fire deep. Rainbow for Reed. Good coverage. Number 6 on the coverage for.
A lot of contact there without playing the ball.
Jones in coverage looking for Reed. So it'll be 4th and 15, and
I saw pass interference penalties, in the collegiate level that are called lighter than that. So
for sure.
Maybe not on the pro level, but even in the pro level, you can't face.
In the pro level, that's definitely a
because of face guarding.
Yes.
The CBC's going to go for it. I'd like to see them kick the field goal into the wind to see what we got here, but
4th and 15. Rivers in motion. McClellan sets up, looking. Now scrambles out of the pocket. He's going to take off up the middle. He's got room inside the 10.
Oh, he had the first down.
May have had the first down. I think he did. They're going to give him forward progress.
But he started bellying back. It's like, just go. You're trying to get a first down.
So forward progress, they'll mark it. And that should be a CBC first down. No, they're saying it's a turnover on downs. He was short.
He had it. He just needed to keep going up.
Yeah, I think he made a football play going backwards. Not backwards, but he turned.
Lateral,
and he went lateral instead of going forward. And when you make that football play, even if you had crossed the line of scrimmage, they will mark you back at where you made the football play. So that's a first down at the 13. He was about a half yard short.
He'll watch that on film later, and he'll be kicking himself, that he wasn't just focused on getting everything he could.
So first down, St. Louis U High at their 13-yard line. Ellaby leads the offense out onto the field. Takes the snap, hands it to Taylor. Picks up about 3.
Number 9, Jordan Taylor.
And on the stop, number 7, Cole Rivers.
Cole, the younger brother of Courtney, which we've highlighted before.
2nd and 7.
So a little over 10 minutes left to go, and we'll see how this how they deploy personnel here as we head in towards the end of this game.
Low snap, ball's on the ground, and the Cadets are all over the tailback Taylor, who picked it up. At that low snap, Ellaby couldn't handle it. Ball was on the turf. Cortland Collins was back there with a host of white jerseys. Rayshawn Smith, it'll be 3rd and long.
You're going to coach on he's got to come out of the game if you're running medical staff.
Something just fell. Is that a flag that fell on the ground? Is that a flag on the field right there? Late flag?
My guess it'll be, if it's this late, likely an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
I didn't see it get thrown. I just looked out there and it was on the ground.
I'm waiting to see the white hat make the call.
9:45 left, 4th quarter.
They're talking to Coach Pingle about something. It has something to do with Cortland Collins.
Collins is kind of, yeah, that's a personal foul on the Cadets after the play.
But I want to know what. All right.
Yeah, I don't know either. Did he?
Maybe that flag might have been sitting there and we just didn't see it.
Did he? But did he taunt someone? Did he?
Well, that's not a personal foul. That'd be unsportsmanlike conduct. Personal foul would be actually an act that you do.
All right. Well, your guess is as good as mine, Coach. So 1st down for the Junior Bills at the 27-yard line. Trying to get some points on the board here in the 4th quarter. Final score last year was 41-0. The Cadets won it. They lead 30-0 here tonight. 9:25 to go. Ellaby keeps it on the RPO, throws it near side. Allen makes the catch, but he doesn't fool Corday Gage. He pushes him right out of bounds. Allen tried to make a move to get upfield, but Gage kept his feet under him, pushed him right out of bounds.
And Corday Gage was all over that. Did a nice job of breaking down, didn't overcommit on the tackle. Just kept his feet moving, waited for Allen to kind of make the first move, and then accelerated into him.
Gain of 2. 2nd and 8 at the 29. So the Junior Bills, as we mentioned, they'll travel to Kansas City next week, play at Rockhurst. The Cadets are on the road, but they stay local at St. Mary's. Ellaby's going deep, looking for Allen, and a flag. He made a great one-handed catch. Zach Allen with a wonderful catch.
Here's what I don't like. That's okay to throw that flag. You need to throw it going the other way on the other side, too. If that's a penalty, then so is the one on Jaden Reed. Now, we're winning 30-0, so it's really immaterial, but both those guys were hand fighting together. They both were pushing each other as they went down. I mean, it's not a spot foul, guys. I don't know where you're going.
Well, they're giving him the catch.
Oh, he caught the ball.
He caught the ball.
I didn't see that he caught the ball.
Yeah, one-handed grab going down to the turf. Fantastic highlight reel catch by Zach Allen. And a great catch while number 11,
Richard
Mosley had his sleeve, and he made the catch with the other hand. Fantastic. 1st and 10 Junior Bills at the 35. Ellaby, shotgun snap, looking left. Now he'll fire, rainbow far side, looking for Kosminski, incomplete. covered on the play by Roman Jackson. Gage was also back in coverage. So it'll be 2nd and 10. Ball spotted at the 35-yard line, right hash.
SLUH with some of their best offensive movement here. They had a little bit on a previous drive in the 3rd quarter where they were moving and then it just kind of all fell apart on them.
A couple of sacks.
Yeah, they seem to shore something up here on this possession.
Ellaby fires near side, falling down, making the catch is Kosminski. So Kosminski picks up about 4. It'll be 3rd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
2nd down 6 at the 31-yard line.
See if CBC dials up some pressure here.
Shotgun snap, pressure coming. Fire near side. It's incomplete. Intended for Kosminski. Defended over there by number 11, Richard Mosley. So now it'll be 4th and 6, and the Junior Bills will go for it here with 8:14 to go in the 4th.
4th down 6 from the 31-yard line.
That's a rotation here on the defensive line as Joe Kopp comes in. Landon Brown working his way in and out at times.
Two wide receivers, top of your screen. Ellaby takes the snap, leans back, steps up, fires deep, looking for Kosminski, double coverage, and another penalty flag. Kaburik. So that was soft, but
you're not very critical of the officials.
No,
He just called
no, but I will say, in front of the official, when Kaburik gets his hand out to push the receiver, he didn't make contact with him really that hard. But when that official sees that hand come out, that's why he throws the flag, I'm assuming. So that'll be a 1st down and the deepest drive of the game for St. Louis U High. And on the strength of a couple of penalties, although the one penalty was waived off because of the catch by Allen. But there was not much contact there, but I'm assuming that when the official, that back judge, saw the hand go out, he throws the flag based on that.
Kaburik just would have turned around, he would have caught the ball. To be honest with you. It was not a well-thrown ball.
1st and 10 at the 16. Ellaby pumps, fires, tight coverage, looking for Kosminski. And again, that was number 11, Richard Mosley. Actually, that was number 86, the receiver. Ben Bartell, the junior wide receiver. 2nd and 10 at the 16. 8:04 to go, 4th quarter. This is Taylor bouncing it outside, caught from behind by number 8, Gabe Wilson.
Gabe came in on a pass rush and then saw that ball was given, turned around and managed to grab Taylor as he jump cut to try to get to the outside. Good play by the junior outside linebacker.
Gain of 2, 3rd and 8 at the 14-yard line. Deepest drive of the game for St. Louis U High. They haven't had any offensive possessions that have gotten this far into CBC territory. Ellaby looks right. Now is pressured and down he goes. No, he stays up and now he goes down. Sims was there and then Joe Kopp finished him off. Sims also at the bottom of that pile. So a 3rd and 8 sack. It'll be 4th and long.
4th and 16, 17. Used a great one-handed catch and a pass interference play in order to get where they're at right now.
Now trying to convert on 4th and 16 back at the 22.
You guys better get going.
This CBC defense has been very, very impressive the last 2 weeks. Ellaby looking. Here comes pressure. He avoids it. Looking towards the end zone. Fires, and it's intercepted. CBC with the pick in the end zone. Sitting back there, it was number 11, Richard Mosley with the pick.
Excited for that young man. I've got him. Oh.
A late,
what are we doing?
A late unsportsmanlike penalty is going to get called.
Yeah.
Celebration penalty. Well, sideline penalty.
It's still 15 yards either way, and it's a change of possession. You're allowed to gather out to the numbers with as many players as you want in between plays.
They had warned the CBC sideline earlier in the first half, and they don't get another warning. They call the penalty here. I know.
Just trying to have too much influence over the game.
So this will get marked off. The ball would have been spotted at the 20. It's a 5-yard penalty, so they mark it at the 15.
Well, it's half the distance. I don't know why it would be. Oh, maybe they didn't call it an interception. I don't know.
Well, they called it an interception. They would have marked it at the 20. This was apparently a 5-yard penalty because they marked it they pushed it back to the 15.
I have no idea. Did he even come over here and signal what
he put his hands behind his back, 2 hands behind his back.
I'd have to go look at the book.
I'm going to have to read that rule book again. I say again. Here's left side. Vic Williams bounced off a tackle, gets up near the 30.
So I think it's important to note Vic Williams didn't practice much this week. He's got a banged up hand. You could see wearing a glove doesn't normally do that. Wearing gloves doesn't normally do that. So saw him in the hallway, and he's like, I'm playing, but I think he was in limited practice. So what are we waiting on here? Start the clock.
13-yard gain by Williams, 1st and 10 at the 28. And now the Cadets are just going to bleed this clock down a little bit in between plays. They get the play in finally. McClellan will go to the line of scrimmage. The play clock, for those that don't know, if you're just joining us, the play clock stopped working in the first half. Here's Williams, right side, turns the corner, cuts it upfield, breaks a few tackles, squeezes across the 40 to the 44, still driving. They'll finally mark him down at the 45-yard line, maybe the 46. Taylor in on the stop. First down again.
CBC looking to run as much clock out of the game as they can.
That was a 18-yard pickup that time. Williams flirting with another 100-yard game. If he hasn't surpassed it already.
A little bit more work involved in this one than some others. The SLUH defense has done a nice job on him specifically in terms of the long runs.
Williams again breaks free inside the 45-40. 35, cuts it back to the middle. Finally brought down. He tried to turn it back into the middle of the field, but he got sealed off. But another long run that'll put him over 100 yards.
Yeah, but I mean, how many times have we seen those go for touchdowns?
Oh,
he gets out to the edge and he's just gone.
32-yard pickup, so he's now for sure over 100 yards tonight. And a timeout is called by St. Louis U High with 4:51 to go.
I got to think, but he's got all the yardage on this drive, doesn't he?
Yes.
Started on about the 15-yard line, so
week, the Bills will travel to Kansas City to play
Williams this year, coming into the game, had 1,090 total yards, 16.5 yards per touch. So that includes receiving and rushing, 15.5 yards per carry. Just one of the most, if not the most explosive player in the area, especially by the numbers. And he goes over 100 again here tonight on the ground. His best game this year was against DeSmet. 9 carries, 283 yards, 3 touchdowns. 9 carries, 283 yards. He had those 2 80-yard runs for touchdowns.
Right.
First down, Cadets, 4:51 to go, fourth quarter. Quick pass outside. Reed, not much there. Well defended by the corner out there.
Is that number 5?
That's number 6, Quincy Jones.
Quincy Jones. Is the way he turned around, I couldn't see his jersey real clearly.
Reed got one.
He got a little banged up on that play.
Second and 9 with 4:25 and counting here in this fourth quarter.
Two-back look.
Two-back look and a handoff to Rivers.
No, that was
no, that's Vic Williams, and he got hit hard. Number 8 came in, Keenan Harris with a big hit.
So we get underneath 4 minutes to go in the game here. CBC looking to punch one in and keep that clock running.
A 30-point lead, and the Cadets working on their second straight shutout. Second straight shutout of St. Louis U High as well. And Raven Gap in Georgia put up 49 points. And since that game, Coach, the Cadets defense has been magnificent over these last 2. Rivers cuts it upfield. On the counter play, he'll get a first down.
And, you know, it's not going to get any easier. You're playing St. Mary's next week, who's a very good team. They come in, I think, 5-2 into this week. I'm not sure who they're playing. So we've got a junior Bill that's down.
Looks like Ramella. He was coming off the field, and he kind of dropped over on the far side, holding his left leg. Might be a cramp issue. Let's hope it is. It's nothing serious. So an injury timeout on the field with 3:12 to go. A 30-0 lead for the Cadets.
So next week we won't have you.
No, it'll be Tom Eichwald will be on the call with you next week.
We will we'll have a little fun with that.
I can tell you right now, I will be on a drive to Columbia next Friday during this game, and I will certainly have the broadcast on in the car. Don't tell anyone that I'll be watching TV while I drive.
Well, if you're anything like me, you just put it on and you listen.
Yeah, that sounds right. I won't set it up right in front of my speedometer or anything like that.
No,
I would never do that. 3:12 to go. Injury timeout is over. Cadets back onto the field on offense, and they have it first and goal at the 10.
So St. Mary's is playing Althoff. I don't know if their game is over or if they were at halftime.
That's a good matchup. Counter play to Williams, right side, trying to turn the corner to the pylon, and he's in. Touchdown, CBC. Vic Williams from 10 yards out. That ought to do it. That'll put the nail in the coffin here tonight. 36-0 before the extra point.
Vic Williams largely responsible for most of the yards on that drive with a little bit of help from Jaden Reed and
Courtney
Rivers.
Yep. Gage on to attempt the extra point. He's hit a couple of big field goals tonight, 40 and 45 yards.
Well, it's good to know you have that in your arsenal if you need it.
No doubt. Extra point is good, and it's 37 to nothing. Cadets lead. So CBC will improve on the year to 8-0. And they'll get St. Mary's next week. St. Louis U High will drop to 7-1. They'll take on Rockhurst and Kansas City. And then the high school football playoffs will begin.
They will, and more than likely, the weekend of Halloween will be a bye. The top 3 teams in our district get a bye. The 4th and 5th teams in our district will face off for the right to play the top seed, and that'll, after this game, likely be either us or Lafayette, with games still to play. I guess if you end up with 3 one-loss teams, like if CBC were to lose to St. Mary's and Lafayette were to lose a game and SLUH were to win next week at Rockhurst, there's probably a scenario that SLUH could get there, but I don't think that Lafayette's going to lose, and I don't think CBC is going to lose.
Dawes will kick into the wind, and it's a pooch kick near side. It's caught over here by McNutt, crossing the 35 and driving his legs across the 40. Good tough return there by number 11, Kendall McNutt. So the Junior Bills will take the field to a running clock here, 37-0, 2:32 and counting.
SLUH will be looking to figure out what they can get working for them going forward. Start, thinking about making some strides to get ready for Rockhurst next week.
Ellaby leads the offense onto the field.
CBC's got a few subs on the field, but by and large, I think they're content to do what they've got to do to keep this a shutout.
Taylor, the ball carrier, up the middle, and he picks up a couple before being stacked up by that CBC defense. Collins was over there. Kaburek came in to help. Gain of 2. 138 and counting.
See Jaden Britt checking into the game. Cole Rivers hobbling a little bit.
Training staff will come check him out. 1:20 to go. Ellaby out of the gun. Taylor to his left. 2 wide receiver split, top of your screen. Shotgun snap, fake the handoff, throw, RPO, nice catch. That's Zach Allen. Inside CBC's 45. That's a first down to the 44. So SLUH High will get to the line of scrimmage quickly, try to get some points on the board here before the end of this one. Collins now will come out of the game. Jameer Sims will also come out of the game. The 2 leaders of that CBC defense. They were fantastic again tonight. 1st and 10 at the 44. Ellaby fakes, fires, caught. No, Allen dropped it. We've seen that a couple of times tonight. He tried to turn and run before the ball landed in his bread basket there. So, see if the Junior Bills want to run one more play. Under 20 seconds to go.
The irony is it wasn't he the one who made the amazing one-handed catch?
Yeah, it was. It was. Ellaby, he's going to go deep. Nope, throws it near side, caught, down, and a timeout. Are they going to call a timeout, or are they going to let it run? No. Kosminski makes the catch.
That's an etiquette thing there.
Yeah. So CBC wins it going away, 37-0. Coach, 2 straight shutouts now for this CBC defense.
Well, you know, we've seen this over the years as on some of their best teams where sometimes, you know, they give up some plays and do some things earlier in the season, and you're like, well, that's not going to work out. And they're just like fine-tuning and whatever to try to like get themselves in peak shape as they head into the playoffs. I think SLUH's defense proved to be a tougher foe than I think maybe they thought. But the CBC defense came to play tonight, and you know you had a great game. In the end, you had a great game against one of your most historic rival. CBC gets another game closer to evening this series up. So 48-53-2, SLUH still wins it even after CBC's won 24 in a row.
And you came into this game, both teams 7-0. A lot of hype. Place was packed, standing room only. Great environment early. But the Cadets come in, get a massive road victory, 37-0 over St. Louis U High. They'll play at St. Mary's next Friday night on the Cadet Student Network and, of course, Matrix Midwest. We thank those of you who joined us for tonight's broadcast. For Coach Chris Maris, for our executive producer, we call him, Randy Gardner. All of the camera work that gets done here at CBC for the broadcast. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. Once again, my name's Randy Molman. CBC wins it 37-0 here at St. Louis U High. Until next week, so long, everybody.